how you finish a season. This is how you finish a season. This is how you finish a season. It doesn't matter about how it went. But before we start, I need my motherfucking credit. I need my motherfucking credit. I predicted at the beginning of the season that the Panthers would win 5 games. I predicted that at the beginning of the season that the Panthers would only win 5 games this season, and I was right on the motherfucking money. I want my props. I want my motherfucking props. I said it from the beginning of the season that this team would only win 5 games this year. I want my motherfucking credit. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all already know what time it is, baby. Hey, listen, 5 fucking wins. We pulled it off. I'm going to say it right here, right now. Bryce Young is the one. He is the one. If you did, listen, I wasn't a believer early in the season. I will sit up here and say that. I wasn't a believer, but I am a believer now. Bryce Young, baby, is the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. And they better be fucking watching out because that motherfucker is about to turn his league upside down. Bryce Young is about to turn his league upside down. I'm telling you right now, we have our quarterback of the future. There's no questioning of no more. We have our quarterback of the future. We have it. We don't need quarterback is not a need right now. Get that man some weapons and watch this team win 8 games or more next season. I'm saying it right now, man. I'm fucking turned up right now, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I am turned the fuck up right now. Turned up. Let me turn around right quick and hit that. Hey, Bryce Young is the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, and oh shit, hit that bitch too hard. Hold on. And you got a wide receiver in Coker. Coker is a wide receiver. You have a wide receiver in the undrafted rookie in Coker. Coker is a motherfucking dog. He needs to be on this team going forward for the future. Bryce is your quarterback. Oh shit, I don't fuck my damn screen. Hold up. There we go. Bryce is the quarterback of the future. You have a wide receiver in Coker. You have a running back in Chuba Hubbard. Go get another one wide receiver, and I promise you this team is winning 8 games next season. I'm saying it right now. I predicted at the beginning of this motherfucking year. Go back. You can look in the videos. I quoted when we did prediction of the Carolina Panthers. I said this team would win 5 games this year. That was my prediction. That was before Bryce got benched. That was before any of the shit happened this season. I predicted the Panthers winning 5 games this season. I've been saying it. I've been saying it all year, and that's where the fuck we finished at too. Bryce drunk his magic potion today. Listen, Bryce Young had his best game of the season today. Statistically, it may not have been the yardage his best game, but the motherfucker accounted for 5 touchdowns. Bryce Young is going to flip the NFL upside down, bro. He is the quarterback of the future of this team. We have to get him more weapons. That's all we have to do. Get him more weapons right now. Get him more and would y'all fucking believe it? The Tennessee fucking Titans have the number 1 pick in the draft. What are they going to do? Do they go quarterback? Do they go Shador? Do they go Cam Ward? The Titans, a team that we didn't even expect, ended up with the number 1 overall pick. Who do they go? Who do they go? Dave Canales coached the best game ever, bro. I said this to Dave. I need to see. He coached a hell of a damn game. I've been telling y'all about Canales all season long. It was never Canales' fault. It was never Canales' fault. Canales didn't have shit to do with what the fuck was going on. He didn't have shit to do with, listen, he did the best that he could with what he had. I've been saying that all season when you had people like Christian and Big Bruh and Nigga Nation will be here today. When you had these people talking about they don't like Canales, Canales is the voice. I'm telling you, this dude is a good coach. He's a good coach, man. He's the right coach for Bryce. You have to think about something. Like Canales or fucking not, man. You can like him or not, but that man revived and turned around Bryce Young's career. He did something that nobody would have gave him credit for doing in the beginning. When they benched Bryce Young, everybody thought that he was crazy. But what did it do for Bryce? What did it do for him? It's turned his career around in one season. In one season. Guys, Bryce Young is the quarterback of the future of this football team. He showed it. He showed it every week. Every week. This is all. When I was telling you guys, all I wanted to see was to wait till the end of the season to make my decision. We're at the end of the season now. Bryce Young is the quarterback of the future of the Carolina Panthers, hands down. He is. You got to get him two more weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Get him a hell of a slot receiver. Get him a hell of a fucking slot, a speed receiver that can take off the top. Get him a big body target. And I'm telling you, this team will win 8 games next season. Because I'm going to tell you something. The NFC South is fragile. This division is fragile. The Atlanta Falcons are still not where they need to be. Everybody thought, including myself this season, we thought that this is the season that they will take the step. They're not where they need to be yet. They're not where they need to be yet. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're getting older, right? Remember that. Mike Evans, 11 eggs. Shout out to Mike Evans, man. He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. I want to shout out to him because he's in the NFC South. Shout out to Mike Evans, man, for 11 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons. This man is going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame wide receiver. He deserves everything, right? I can give credit where credit was due. I can't stand Tampa Bay, but you got to give credit where credit is fucking due. That man is unfucking believable at the wide receiver position, man. And shout out to Tampa Bay for making sure he got his 1,000 yards today, even when the game was sealed. But listen, I need to be real about something else. Tampa Bay has owned this division for 4 seasons in a row. 4 years in a row, they've owned this division. I'm telling you, if the Panthers right now, and hold on, let me see, because I gotta pull it up. If somebody get it quicker right now, I need to see it. I need to see it. Right now, let me see where are we at? Where are we at? Hold up. In the draft position. So the draft position is pretty much set. Tennessee will have the number 1 overall pick. Okay. I think that they're going quarterback. I think, listen, and if they're not going quarterback, if they're not going quarterback, because maybe they go trade for a veteran. I think the Titans are going quarterback at number 1. I think they're going quarterback. The Cleveland Browns are at number 2. They possibly may go quarterback as well. They may go quarterback as well. I know Deshaun's salary. Listen, if you didn't hear, Deshaun Watson's salary just got, they redid it. So it's not such a, maybe they give Deshaun 1 more year. Maybe they don't go quarterback, right? Maybe they go Travis. I'm not sure. But I believe the Titans at 1 will go QB. I believe that Shedeur or Cam Ward will end up in Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel like the Titans will go quarterback. In the Browns, they may go quarterback as well. They may go quarterback as well with the first 2 picks. If one of the top quarterbacks don't make it past 2, right? Maybe the Giants, who are now sitting at 3, maybe they get desperate. Maybe they trade to number 1. Maybe the Giants trade up 2 spots because The Titans and the Browns could very much go quarterback here. They can very much go quarterback. I can see both of these teams going QB. Will Levis is not the answer. Titans have put out they will trade back, and the Browns are going to take Travis Hunter. They already said if they're there, they're taking him everyday gaming. Where did you see that at? I haven't heard that as of yet. So I'm going to lean more towards the quarterback side. The Titans trading back, a possibility. It's a possibility. But in reality, if the Titans are smart, they will get their quarterback of the future at number one and build around him. If the I'm sorry, if they're smart, they're going to get that. The Giants are at 3. They're not letting the quarterback slide. If they don't trade up, maybe they trade up to number 1. Maybe the Giants trade up to number 1 from 3 because the quarterbacks, I'm telling you, the top 2 guys are not guaranteed to make it past 1 and 2. Shedeur and Cam Ward, because the Titans need a quarterback. Will Levis is not it. He's not it. And Rudolph is damn sure not it. Deshaun Watson is done. He's finished. He's finito in Cleveland. I would not be surprised if quarterbacks went 1 and 2. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know, but that's all I'm going to say. Giants could trade up. Patriots 4. If Travis Hunter slides to 4, if he goes to 4 some miraculous way, I don't know. But if Travis Hunter slides to 4, he's not making it past New England. New England is at 4. Jacksonville at 5. They're probably going best defensive player available. They're probably going defensive player available. Jets at 6. I don't know, man. I don't know. Jets, what do they do? Because no other quarterback is worth taking at 6. No other QB is worthy of taking at 6. So what do the Jets do? Do they trade back? Do they trade? Maybe they go Will Johnson. Maybe they go Will Johnson from Michigan, because I saw reports, man, and I don't know how real this is, but a report came out yesterday about Sauce Gardner potentially leaving the Jets. Sauce Gardner potentially leaving the Jets. You know, he's been putting little sentimental shit on social media and this, that, and the third. It's maybe they go corner. I don't know. And maybe they try to sign Sam Darnold back to New York. Then at 7, you're going Raiders. The Raiders may try to make a move to get up in the draft to go get a quarterback. I just don't see any other way. Like if I'm Oakland, there's no way you leave this draft without drafting a quarterback. I mean, Vegas. I just don't see them. They have to get a quarterback, and unfortunately, they fumbled the bag because they had the number 1 overall pick, and they won last week, and it messed everything up for them. I think that they're going to have to try to trade up. They're going to have to. I think if I'm them, I'm not missing out on one of the top 2 guys. I got to trade whatever I have to trade. 2 future first rounds. They need their quarterback of the future. They need it. They already have a tight end weapon. Brock Bowers is going to be one of the greatest tight ends to ever play this game. I'm signing my life savings on it. I'm putting my life savings on it. Brock Bowers is going to be one of the greatest tight ends to ever play this game. They have one already, maybe the best tight end in the NFL. Brock Bowers may be the best tight end in the NFL. Argue with your mom. But Brock Bowers, as a rookie, may be the best tight end in the NFL already. Travis Kelce, this is his 12th NFL season. If they win a championship this year, I can see him retiring, right? I can see Travis Kelce calling it quits after this season if the Chiefs go on to win another Super Bowl. He's had a Hall of Fame career. But Brock Bowers in Vegas, that kid is fucking special. I'm telling you guys right now, he's fucking special. And then there's the Panthers at 8. Yet again, we finished with the 8th. What is it with the Panthers in the 8th pick in the draft? What is that? 3 out of the last 6 years we've had the 8th pick? Like we keep getting that fucking pick. Derek Brown, wasn't he the 8th pick? Wasn't J.C. Horn the 8th pick? I mean, why the fuck do we keep what? Why the fuck do the Panthers keep falling at 8? What is it with the number 8 in the first round? Like the Panthers keep falling with that shit. I don't know. We've had the 8th pick 4 times. Right. That's what I'm saying. We've had the 8th pick like fucking 4 times. It's something about that number 8 in the Carolina Panthers. I don't know what it is, but it's something about that number in the first round. We just keep getting number 8. What do the Panthers do there? Right? What I think we should do, what I think that we should do, 2 things. And I know that this sounds crazy. Y'all gonna be like, Wavez, what the fuck are you talking about? I know what I've said. I know. But guys, I think Bryce Young might be closer than what we think he is. I think he might be like literally after seeing him today, this kid might be closer than what we think he is. I think we have found something special in Bryce Young. Seeing him today, this kid is something special. This kid is something special. So if he's there, this is where the Panthers go at 8. At 8, if Abdul from Penn State is there, you have to take him. You have to take him. If he's not there, Mason Graham, DN from Georgia, number 11, Davis, you have to take one of the best defensive linemen in the draft at number 8, pass rusher. You got to get it. One of those top 3. It has to be Graham, Abdul, or Davis from Georgia. Maybe even the DN from Tennessee, the Charlotte native. If those guys are not there and the Panthers don't know what to do, maybe they go to Torrey McMillan, wide receiver from Arizona. If the best defensive end is not available, I think you go McMillan from Arizona, the wide receiver. I know we've invested a lot in it, but I think Bryce is closer than what we think. I think that he's made a tremendous stride. He's playing with the most confidence I've ever seen him play with in the last 2 seasons. Really Wavez, hey DJ Free, hey listen, bold as fuck, right? Bold as fuck. But I think that Bryce Young may be closer to the promised land than we think. I think that he is. He's not even getting rattled no more out there, bro. I saw him make throws today, bro, that was Alabama-ish, right? The MVP, the Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young. Like under pressure, bro, he's not getting rattled anymore. You just see it. He's making the right decisions. The decision making that he's making now is just the right one. Man, that touchdown pass to Coker over the listen, Bryce's best throws is over the fucking middle. His best throws are over the middle, man. If that line keeps giving, and listen, shout out to the offensive line. The offensive line played phenomenal today. But Bryce is making decisions that are, he may be close. We might be a little bit closer with him than I initially thought just a couple weeks ago. I think that we're close, bro. We're close with Bryce Young. You got to get him some fucking weapons. That's what he's lacking. He's lacking big play ability at the wide receiver position, bro. That's what he's lacking. I'm telling you, if none of the best pass rushers are available at 8, if Abdul is there, the only 3 that I'm taking, the only for two that I'm taking for sure is Abdul and Graham from Michigan. But if I have to reach on Davis from Georgia or your boy from Tennessee, I'm taking McMillan, the first wide receiver off the board first. I'm going. I'm going all in, and I'm going to go pay T. Higgins. and I'm going to go pay T. Higgins. We build the defense with the rest of the picks in the draft. I'm telling you, because get Leggett out of town. I'm ready to get him out. I'm ready to get Leggett gone already, man. Rookie year, I've seen enough of that motherfucker, man. And on top of that, man, he is injury prone as shit, bro. Every time he gets hit, I don't know if y'all noticed this about Leggett, but every time he gets hit, that man is getting up slow, holding a part of his body. Like I don't know, man. I really don't know about this dude. Panthers defense didn't outplay anybody. They almost gave the game away. The offense won that game. Fair now, 100%. 100%. The defense got gashed again. They got gashed. There ain't even no question about that. They got fucking gashed today. They got ate up again. You can't stop the run. That's the problem. You can't stop the run. You cannot stop the fucking run. But I'm telling you, man, bold predictions. And again, y'all know this. I love this shit. If the best defensive end is not available, you go McMillan from Arizona. We got Big Bro in the building. Big Bro, last game of the season. How you feel about it?
Hey man, I called this a few weeks ago, man. After I think it was after the Eagles game, or might have been after the Dallas game. I said we would get two more wins before the end of the season. Got one last week, and we got one today. So listen, man, I'm gonna say this to all the Bryce haters that was on. I forgot my man name. They came up a few weeks ago talking about that
Pharaoh,
he
young
wasn't
Pharaoh.
sold. Yeah, young Pharaoh said he wasn't sold on Bryce, and that he just the numbers wasn't there, and he wouldn't get a man his credit. Listen, after this performance today, 5 total touchdowns,
He bought no interceptions.
three passing, two rushing, no interceptions. Again, you could talk about the yardage numbers all day. That he ain't throw for a lot. Again, guys, he don't have to throw for a yard loss to win the game, guys.
He don't.
But I
He
mean that's
don't.
not. Yardage is nice, but yardage don't mean nothing if you losing and I mean that don't mean nothing. With yardage wise, I was arguing with someone um offline about this. He's like, man, Bryce Young. I'm like, how you call the man sorry? He got five
Five
touchdowns
total
and
touchdowns.
touchdowns. And again, this is the best, the most points we done put up all season was today, 44, right?
Yep.
No turnovers today. He made plays. He threw the ball away. When he threw it away, he checked it down when he was supposed to check it down. He made the throws downfield when they was there to make the throws downfield.
Man, the ones across the middle though, man.
The middle, absolutely. That one with was Coca was no Tribble. The one with
Yeah,
Tribble in the end
Trimble.
zone.
Man, that shit was
The
woo.
guy playing with covering after he threw it, Bryce turned around and looked at the stands because he knew it was a touchdown. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Yep, a
He
Steph
did
Curry type shit.
one of them Steph
Mm-hmm.
Curry type of stuff, man, where the shit going in is good. So this,
Yeah,
hey guys, I say this, I've been saying it all season long. Those that still saying that they don't know, that they unsure about him, like Wade said earlier, man. Bryce is further along than what we thought, right? Even
he
what I
is.
thought. I mean,
He really is.
I've been saying it the past 2 he been making high level throws consistently. NFL high level, high talent throws. Bryce, really, man, with some guys around him, he could be one and ones, right? Again, his ceiling is high. You know what I mean? Especially with guys around him, man. I'm not saying saying he'll be a Hall of Fame, but I'm saying the ceiling is high, man. The guy got some talent. We just got to build around him. But again, we know what the defense like. I wasn't surprised today about the defense, guys. We gave up 530 some yards last week. So the
Yeah,
defense saying that the defense almost cost it. You absolutely right. We know that, right? We know the defense has been terrible all season long. You know what I'm saying? They made just enough plays to win the game. So to go back on your point about the draft, we gotta, two things in the offseason for sure. I said this before. We gotta get another receiver. We gotta get number one receiver. We gotta go after Higgins if we can. That's for sure. Draft wise, we got the eighth pick. So if the best defensive player in the draft is there, Right now, they got your boy Carter's rated number one defensive prospect outside of Travis Hunter. So we
Carter
know Hunter.
from Penn State.
Yeah, Carter. Yeah, from Penn
Yeah,
State.
Abdul Carter. Yeah,
Yeah, outside of Travis Hunter, he's the next best person on defensive side. We know Travis Hunter is gonna be gone by time 8 comes. So
yeah, he's
if
gone.
if Carter's there, if Carter's there, we gotta again. I don't know if he will be at 8 because
He's
they
elite.
call him a
He's
generational
Yeah, they all
pass
calling
rusher.
him that, and I think he's going to show it in this playoff game.
Yeah, so he may not be there at 8 guys. So if he's not there, you gotta go with your next highest rated defensive
Need
player that's slated for the first round, and it could be the Will Johnson guy from cornerback because we
from
need
Michigan.
secondary help.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
do.
but
I
if
think
there's
that's
not
who we
a
going with personally.
yeah, I mean if it's not a high rush, if it's not an edge rusher that's rated high, then we can't get him there because again we don't want to swing and miss. So if Will Johnson the cornerback is there, and he's more likely to be there at 8. Then we got to go get him. We got to go get him with the 8th pick. If not, I say this, man. If any way possible, if we can trade up to maybe a number 5 or number 4, I don't know what it's gonna take, but if possible to go get a Carter, we trade up and swap picks. And maybe we might have to give up maybe a second or something to move up 2 or 3 spots, maybe. Um, then we got to do that. We got to entertain that because Carter, we need pass rush. Again, you
Do
got
you
to have
take
pass. Go ahead.
if Carter
I
is not
wouldn't get him
there?
though.
Hold on, Chris. Let me ask him this question. I don't think the Panthers need to trade up. I'm gonna say that. I don't think that they need to trade up, man, because I think you just stay put at 8 and see how it shakes out with how things have lined up now with the final draft set in motion, how things have set up. I think that somebody is going to fall with how things are set up right now. Somebody is going to fall because, and I want y'all opinion on this. We got Nigga Nation. Nigga Nation, we're going to bring them in here in a second. I think the Titans, if they stay at 1, if they stay there, because I could see the Giants offering them the pick for the number 1 and going to get Shador, right?
Yeah, I can
But
see that. Yeah.
if the Titans
Yes.
stay put, if they stay put, right? I can see them going quarterback. I can see them
Yeah.
going Cam Ward, number 1 overall. I can see that. In
Yeah.
Cleveland at 2. Now, say what you will. Now, again, this is where it gets
Quarterback.
funky at. But do Cleveland go quarterback at
They
2?
will. Because the reason why I say they will, they know that they're pretty much done with Deshaun Watson, right?
Yeah, they made him renegotiate his contract and everything.
So
I think he's going to be done.
I think even if he come back next year, he coming off of ACL, I believe, was his injury. Um, Even if he come back next year, they know that he not the. I think they move the future, right? They're not the franchise guy who they invested all the money in. Um,
How lucky are the Browns, man? Just in the
so
playoff
I
last
got
season.
answers for that though.
How
I put in
lucky
the
are the
chat though.
Browns? But
I
Big
got
Bro,
answers for that.
Big Bro, you say so? What I want to hear your first 2 picks. If you Tennessee and Cleveland, then I'm gonna ask.
so
I'm
Tennessee again, Cam Ward. What you said, I can see them going Cam Ward if they stay put. Again, Tennessee. Obviously, they not sold on Will Levis. Will Levis is not the answer for Tennessee. They need a franchise guy, a
They have a
playmaker
wide
guy.
receiver and they have a running
Yep.
back.
And they just missing the quarterback, man. So yes, I can see Tennessee if they stay put at 1, going to draft a quarterback and moving past Will Levis. He done had 2 seasons to kind of show what he can do. Again, he's probably average at best. So them going QB there. The number 2 pick, Cleveland. This a bold prediction in my thing. Cleveland can
Appreciate
go
Fed
quarter
for the cash out. Fed, appreciate you for the cash out, bro. Appreciate you.
quarterback because again, Jameis Winston, Dorian Thompson, Cleveland had 3 starting quarterbacks the last 3 weeks, guys. Um, you know, with Deshaun Watson being hurt, yeah, they owe Watson a lot of money, but I think they'll find a way to negotiate. Again, he will be the starter next year if he's healthy, but they got to draft a guy who's gonna be in the wings after next season. So it'll be good for them to go. hell, I mean, if the
Or do
Giants
they
don't make a
trade back?
move, say that again.
Maybe the Giants trade to 2.
Well,
They
that's what I'm
go up
saying. If the
1
Giants don't make a move there and trade with Cleveland to go to 2, we know the Giants gonna take Shador. But
and
if
3.
Cleveland holds on to that pick, man, I think they go quarterback, man. I think they'll go with Shador if Cam Ward's off the board, just for him to sit for a whole year, man. Again, I don't know if Shador would go to Cleveland. Again, they say Cleveland, they think Cleveland a bad organization. So he might, Deion said that he don't want his son to go to a terrible organization. Cleveland is a terrible organization, so he might not go there. But if the Giants will trade, it'd make more sense if the Giants to trade up to get to 2 and go draft Shador there at number 2. So that's my thoughts.
I agree, Christian. What you think?
So because, like I said, the Titans, they're going to trade back. I'm letting you know right now, they are going to trade back, and the team they're going to trade with is the Giants. And the Giants are going to take Shador because Cleveland, they're going to take a quarterback, but they're going to go with Travis Hunter. They're going to go Travis Hunter, and they're going to take Milroe in the second round. They're going to take Milroe in the second round. I know what y'all saying, but this came from the Cleveland Browns. Like I said, Cleveland Alternate Sports, they've been correct on things that have happened. They have already said they are going Travis Hunter, and they're going to get Milroe in the second round. And the reason why, because Denzel Ward.
Oh, breaking news just came out. The Patriots have fired Gerard Mayo. The Patriots have fired Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo was fired after 1 season in New England. Wow.
That changes now. That changes something now.
Wow.
That changes something now. Because now, whoever's the new coach, they might trade up to get Travis. So this changes something. That's why I was telling you last week.
Wow.
It depends on who the coaches are, because now they want to get Drake May a weapon. So I'm just trying to. That's why I said if he gets fired, I did not tell you that last week. I told you get fired. That changes. It's crazy.
Wow. Gerard Mayo gone after 1 season.
They actually won today.
And they won.
That's what's crazy. They won and they fired the coach.
What?
Because they blew it. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, they wanted Travis Hunter and they blew it.
Didn't the past win that they fed? Yeah, they won and he still got fired.
Yeah, because they blew the draft pick. Yes. And the offense been putrid. That's why he got fired. And he's supposed to be a defensive coach.
I think losing that top pick, man.
I
think they lost that top pick and that motherfucker. They said, "Oh hell no, you shouldn't have won today."
Oh,
the Patriots fired that man after 1 season. Wow.
Giants, don't be surprised the Giants head coach will get fired too, because he ruined the first pick. Now they got to trade up to get the pick they should have already had, because they lost this week. So because they won, don't be surprised if he's fired, because now they got to trade up. And they're losing leverage. So the only reason why I said the Titans are not going quarterback, because they're going to go with a veteran. They're going to go for Sam Darnold, or they're going to go for, I forgot the other quarterback that's in there. But don't be surprised if Sam Darnold or Fields are the top guys in what they're looking for. Because that's why I said they're trading back, because they want a veteran. The Browns are going to go Travis.
I just can't believe they fired this nigga after 1 fucking season, bro.
And after they just won.
After they just won, that shit is unfucking believable, man.
It's over the draft pick. It's over the draft pick and the putrid defense. Because I'm telling you, Robert Kraft is okay with the offense being trash because he understands. But you came in as a defensive coach, and they've been awful defensively. So
what the fuck?
Kraft ain't cool with that, man. Kraft ain't
bro. I'm gonna tell you that was the most shocking thing of the day, right there, bro. I can't believe that I'm sorry. I don't think that was the right move. I don't think that was the right move, Christian. I don't think that was the right move. That man didn't have anything on offense all season.
I know,
and
but I'm gonna tell you
and they
why
and
it's
they
the right
groomed
move.
they groomed him for this position, and it gave him this
Yes.
position. But after one season,
You
I didn't
answered
see
your
that
question
coming.
though. You answered your question. He was groomed, and what is Robert Kraft want to get away from? The Bill Belichick era. He wants a new era.
Wow, man,
And
that that that
he stated that too. He only kept Gerard Mayo because Bill Belichick recommended this guy. And Robert Kraft has been burned by too many of Bill Belichick's guys. And he's like, I don't want to keep none of that. I just want a fresh new slate, and we're gonna do that. And he should have did that last year, and he should have hired Raheem Morris last year. That's who he should have hired. But he hired Gerard
Ooh,
Mayo.
Patriots wilding after Bill one season. I just don't understand that, man. I don't understand that. We got nigga
I
nation
I
in
do.
the building. Nigga nation.
You know, we sit here talking about other teams. We need to be focusing on the Panthers. Fuck them other teams. You know what I'm saying? When you sit here, see, y'all so focused on why they fired Mayo. Surprise, when a nigga get fired on his first year, you know it's due to some other shit. We got a white boy in Cleveland who hasn't been doing that great in Cleveland. He still get to keep his job. So let's understand something. You understand what I'm saying? But
Speaking of
understand this.
coaches, how do you feel about Canales now? I gotta hear this, man.
I,
Hold on. Let me speak.
Go
Um,
ahead, nigga nation.
I'm still not a fan of Canales. I'm gonna stand on that. I do
He
think
got
that
you
he
5 wins.
okay. You still got to let me stand on business, man. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
All right. So at the end of the day, I still don't respect Canales right now. That's not saying that will never change. I'm not saying that he hasn't done marvelous things with Bryce. He has, but I'm still not in on him. But that shit can't change at the end of the day. Now, once he started getting people on his roster, by all means, but he damn sure has done a good job with Bryce. But fuck
Yeah.
Canales right now. I'm on Bryce. All these niggas who were sitting here saying Bryce is a bust,
There you
Bryce
go,
ain't
nigga
this,
nation.
Bryce
There
ain't
you
that.
go.
Bryce ain't this, Bryce ain't that. Now I'm seeing all over news feeds, oh, Bryce is him, Bryce is this. Wait till they put weapons
Talk
around him.
to him, nigga. Talk
Listen,
to him.
Talk to
listen.
Talk
him,
to him.
nigga nation.
Y'all
Talk
niggas
to
stay
him.
on that same fucking sideline when y'all was saying he's trash and shit. Cause at the end of the day, I sit here told you, man, y'all got to get this nigga a chance, bro. He went through too many playbooks last year. He was
All
still
right.
fucked up in the beginning of the year. I appreciate that Canales benched his ass. I appreciate that. He humbled Bryce because everything was given to him. Everything was given to Bryce since he was young. He's the only child. Everything was given to him. So when his ass got humbled, he said, damn, all this shit could be lost. And for the motherfuckers who kept saying trade him, y'all some motherfucking stupid asses. This is what I'm going to do in the NFL draft. I'm not going to get me a top defensive player if you can't produce right then and there. If you can't give me 8 to 10 sacks as a rookie, I don't need you. I'm either going to go
And that
Will
don't
Johnson
exist.
or I'm going to go swing big on a wide receiver and goddamn dump back into the first round and get me a defensive player. It's time to go heads all in. It's time to put Carolina on the motherfucking map. It's time to spend that motherfucking money, and
There you go.
I will keep Miles Sanders on this team because I don't know about Brooks right now. We won't see him till 2000, maybe 26, 27-ish. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
Miles
Yeah.
because you got 2 more years with him. And what Chuba has done with Canales, maybe you can have a tag team with, but we still need that veteranship. So I'm gonna keep Miles Sanders for these next 2 years because we need a running back. But at the end of the day, it's time to go all in for Bryce.
There you go, nigga nation. Talk your shit, nigga
All right, so
nation.
we do know one of our opponents for next season, man. Because y'all know that the
Oh,
opponents for next season started to come out. So we know that we do play the Packers in Green Bay next season. We play the Packers in Green Bay next season. We do know that the Packers
oh,
in
I got
Green
the
Bay
whole
next
schedule
season.
for us. I got
Oh,
the
you
whole
do?
road team for So
Go
we
ahead. Go
play at
ahead.
home. We play Atlanta, Saints, Tampa Bay, but we play the Rams, Seahawks, Cowboys, Bills, and Miami at home. And on the road, we got our division games. Then we got the Cardinals. That's a W. San Francisco, Green Bay, Patriots, Jets, and Jaguars. So we will
I
be
think
playing
that that's
Travis
I
Hunter.
think that that's an 8-win season. I think that if we make the right moves, that's a fairly easy schedule. 75% of that schedule are scrubs. 75 to 80% of those teams are scrubs. They really are. 75 to 80% of those teams are scrubs that you just named. I think that the Panthers can win 8 games next season. I predicted 5 for this year. And can the panel up here please give your boys some credit for doing that? Because that was my prediction at the beginning of the year.
I think we kind of all agreed on 5 wins.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't, nigga nation. Hold up.
I had.
I clearly had 5 to 7 wins.
We were 2 off, nigga.
Because I had to set 7.
I said 5 on the dot. I said 5 on the dot.
I'm giving you credit, but wait a minute. Don't make it seem like it wasn't possible for 7. You said it was impossible. It was right there. Nah, don't do that. It was very much so possible for 10. It was possible for 10. It was there for 10.
I had to set 7.
Yeah,
I had to set 7. You know, so
that
we was
realistic. That don't be like that. You know, it was realistic for 7. Even
Holy
9.
shit! More breaking news, man. The Patriots. Listen, more breaking news. The Patriots are projected to have over $130 million in cap space going into it. Mike Vrabel is the favorite to replace Gerard Mayo in New England as the head coach. Just got to throw it out there, y'all. News coming in.
And just to put that out too, T. Higgins will not be a New England Patriot because Mike Vrabel don't like paying wide receivers. So if he's
I think the Panthers are going to have. Hold on, here's it is. I know we talking about other teams, but this matters for draft position, right? This matters. So this is a statement from Robert Kraft on the firing of Gerard Mayo. After the game today, I informed Gerard Mayo that he will no longer return as the head coach. Personally, this was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. I have known Gerard for 17 years. He earned my respect and admiration, a rookie in 2008.
Man, white boy just wanted to see him get a credit for hiring a nigga. That's all he wanted. He just wanted a motherfucking credit. He hired a nigga as a head coach. Same for the motherfucker in Las Vegas. He's finna fire their head coach. All these motherfucking white owners, all they want to do is get a credit off a nigga. Say, okay, we hired him. We done gave him a shot. It's time to get on. That's bullshit.
But Gerard Mayo,
nigga nation on my nigga nation.
but nigga nation, I understand why he got rid of Gerard Mayo for this one. The only reason I said it, but only reason why I said it is because he is connected with Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. I can understand. You should have never hired him. You should never put his family in that situation. You should have never shook hands at the reporters. You should have never had that motherfucker up there with that white boy. You gonna sit and tell him he could be the head coach of a team, and you just get rid of the nigga after 17 to 18 games, and you gave him with a rookie goddamn quarterback. That's bullshit. Nigga nation on my nigga nation. But see, I'm with you on that point, though. But my next statement was, I understand why he did it. But my point was, why would you hire him then if you knew you were going to feel that way? Because Robert Kraft already knew how this was going to go. He knew that. He knew that. And he didn't want that guy. I'm
gonna push back on. Go ahead. I was gonna say I was gonna push back on that. Mike Vrabel is Bill Belichick. So if he didn't want to Bill Belichick, why is he gonna hire Mike Vrabel?
Because Vrabel's not really a Belichick guy.
Yes, he was. He was.
No.
Vrabel was under who was on Belichick's staff. They had that was the head coach at Houston.
That was Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. Okay, who was Bill O'Brien's DC?
Mike Vrabel.
Bingo. Part of it. Bingo.
Talk that shit, Carl D.
I'm with your boy. No, that's BS. He didn't want the black dude. What's the difference between Mayo?
It's based off race. It's based off race. You gotta look at it. You can't be blind. Niggas gotta understand. You cannot be blind to shit. Niggas gotta wake up. Niggas need to follow. You do not sit here and be blind to shit like that. They didn't give the nigga a chance.
That's what that is.
But that's not what I'm saying. I agree with that point. I'm just saying what Robert Kraft did that.
I don't give a
Nah,
damn what Robert Kraft saying. That's PR.
nah,
That's a
man.
PR
What it
movement that
is
Robert Kraft doing.
when it comes to these black coaches, again, this ain't the first time it done happened. You know,
Yeah,
it's again,
but
it
I
happens
know
with the
how
black
Robert Kraft
coaches.
is though.
You know what I'm saying? Where regardless of he was with Bill Belichick, that don't matter. Again, that was just his goal to just get out. But again, it happened with Steve Wilkes in Arizona.
Yeah.
You know, when Steve Wilkes was here with the injury. I mean,
Oh, another breaking
And
news.
with San
Another.
Francisco. And
We
with
got
San
yep.
more
Francisco.
breaking news. More breaking news. The Browns have fired offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey.
Yeah,
The
we
What?
heard
Browns.
that
They
shit
got
earlier. We heard
But
that
why
shit
they
earlier.
gonna
That's
fire
old
the
news.
coach?
They
That's
fired
How you
him.
old
gonna
news,
fire the
Waves. You
coach?
can't be reporting shit
Stefanski ain't get
that was
fired.
goddamn
Are you
24 hours
serious?
ago.
That
That
was
old
24.
ass news.
Oh, it just came across my shit. I didn't know. It just
But
came
when they
across.
gonna
It just came
fire the
across.
Man,
coach?
fuck Cleveland Brown, man. Let's talk about Bryce Young, what he did today, man. I'm on that shit. Fuck all that. How do y'all think Bryce Young
So,
did today?
so let me ask you this question, then, nigga nation. How you feel about the Panthers closing the season with 5 wins? I don't care how you feel about Canales. You need to respect him as your coach.
Okay,
Because
so this is
Bryce
how I
Young wouldn't
feel
be.
about it.
Hold on, before you say it, because I know where you're going. Before you say it, understand that the reason why Bryce is playing the way that he's playing is because of David Canales. I just want that to be said right fucking now. Canales is the reason why Bryce is playing the way. You know why? Because he's tailored this offense to Bryce's strengths. If you notice, at the first 2 games of the season, he was still trying to get a feel for him. That's why he went with Andy Dalton. Now the shit makes sense to me. Like it didn't make sense all season, but after today's game, it's starting to make fucking sense. The reason the first 2 games of the year, they were still trying to figure each other out. They didn't know each other because remember, Bryce didn't play in the preseason. They were still trying to figure each other fucking out.
But that was his
Canales
fault
didn't
though.
know what to do with him, so he said, "I'm gonna sit him 2 games, let him get his confidence back." I think the 2 games that he set was just all confidence building. It was just for him to get his confidence back. I think he always believed in Bryce,
He
right?
sat almost 5 games.
Yeah. He always believed in Bryce. I think he always believed him. So the games that he set early were for him to get his confidence back. With his confidence, you saw today that the offensive play calling that Canales is doing is tailored for our quarterback. You look at it, bro. It's throws that plays to Bryce's strength. Listen, Bryce is probably right now, guys. I'm saying this right now. He's further along than what we gave him credit for. He's further along. The throws that he's making in the decision making. Listen, man. That first on the first drive of the game, that pass he threw, that back shoulder pass that he threw to Thielen, where Thielen went up and got that bitch. That ball was placed in the perfect position.
Yeah, correct. I'm not. So here's the thing, Canales. I'm not gonna say this. All right, Canales. Regardless, I appreciate what he's done for Bryce. He has turned him around. I'm not saying that. I just judge him off the whole team. We're not. I'm not. I appreciate that he's fixed that, but I want him to understand he better stand on business when it comes to this defensive coordinator situation. He better stand on business by making sure you play your players in preseason.
And his
He better
decision making.
stand on business by making sure you play to Bryce full potential and don't guess and make sure you don't know what plays to call. Be consistent. That's what I'm talking about, Waves. I want to see consistency. I get that this is going to be his 3rd year calling plays next year. Nigga, you better be goddamn making sure you calling the right plays next year because I'm on your ass.
Yeah, but
I
what I'm
think he's gonna give the play calling duties to Isaac next year.
I don't think so,
I don't know.
I
Go ahead,
think he
Christian.
will because that's his homeboy.
I want to
They
shoot Dave
best
Canales
friends. I
some
think they
bail
will.
on one thing. I want to shoot him some bail because I think this is not Dave Canales' fault. I think Deontay Johnson really ruined Bryce those first 2 games more than it was Dave Canales because just from the destruction he did in the locker room, and I think some of that pulled over to why Dave Canales decided to bench him too, because of the complaining that he was doing and the disruption he was doing.
So you saying
room.
that he complained and said, "Hey, Bryce is playing terrible. I'm sick of this shit."
Yeah, and he divided the team. No, and he divided the team a little bit. And as a first-year coach, he panicked and made a decision, and he just didn't know how to handle it. And that's a first-year coach rookie mistake. And I think he panicked and just went away from Bryce to save face for the team. And
But what about but we're talking about way before this though. What about not playing your players in preseason?
No, he gets.
I mean,
He
but
gets
he's a
all
rookie coach, man. He got to figure that shit out.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Nah,
you
fuck all that, man. You've been in the NFL that damn long. You goddamn play somebody if you don't know who the fuck your players is. You don't goddamn start your whole team the goddamn first game of the season. You don't do shit like
but
that. You play their ass in the motherfucking preseason.
It's a lot of other teams that don't play their starters.
I don't think they would have made a difference.
I don't either, man. Because we don't even do even when we
preseason would've
play
made
our
a
starters.
difference.
We always lose the preseason.
Hey man, fuck that. Like, subscribe, and share this bitch, man.
Goddamn right. We got nigga nation in this bitch. Go ahead.
I had my problems with Dave Canales, and I said what my problems were. His decision making in key moments have always been my problem with him. And that's what I've said with him. Because, yes, it's key decision making, things on his third down decision making, his fourth down decision making. Those decisions, when to run the ball. I've criticized him for that. This game, he did that. So I'm like, do that. Do more of that. Be this coach. This is what I want from Dave.
But we have to also understand, man, that this is his first year on the job, right? Like, I get what y'all saying that, has it been a perfect season from Canales? Not at all. But if you really think about what he had to, guys, put yourselves in this position. You are NFL head coach, and you come to the Carolina Panthers, a team that's had 5 different head coaches in the last 5 seasons, just as many quarterbacks in the last couple of seasons. The roster is deprived of talent. You don't have a ton of cap space. You put yourself in this position. Your job, like you said, y'all have said this plenty of times. Big Bro have said this plenty of times. Your job is tied to the success of your sophomore quarterback coming into that year. Oh, but you also got starting rookie tight end. You got a starting rookie wide receiver. We didn't know Chuba Hubbard was going to have the year that he had this year. Bro, I think he had, a defense that has been getting I'm honestly, y'all, this is probably the worst defensive year the Panthers have ever had in history.
It is. We broke the record today, too.
Yeah, we did break the record, man. Like the most points given up in a single season. Like this is the worst year the Panthers defense has ever been. Even in the year we were 0-16 or 1-15, whatever we were that year.
But this ain't the worst defense. The Saints defense is worse.
No, this is the worst. This is the worst.
No. Talking about
Christian, this defense is terrible. But I will say this. I will say this. J.C. Horn going to the Pro Bowl, he got to be paid. He has to be paid. There's no question about it now. You got to lock him in right now.
You got to bring
tagging him and Will Johnson together.
You got to bring J.C. back just because. Again, we depleted on talent on the defense side of the ball, and again we need some talent there, man, guys. Again, today, because again we had a lot of more guys out today, guys. The team, on the defensive side, majority of our defense today is guys that
third and fourth
are second and third string guys.
Also,
when y'all bring Jackson back,
Jackson.
Yeah, he can be a good rotational.
Jackson definitely in the.
Jackson.
He's having a hell of a year in Pittsburgh. He got like 4 picks out there.
You talking about Mike Jackson?
I'm talking about Mike Jackson.
You talking about Mike Jackson on the defensive side?
Mike Jackson.
Yeah,
I would.
He a rotational piece. Nickel corner. I like him at the nickel. But yeah, we got it, guys. This defense, we said all year, it's terrible, man. We got to bring JC back. We got to get D Brown back healthy, and we got to get some pieces, man. We got to get some, because guys, what we see today and what we seen all season, our defense is bad again. I do not blame Avero because
I do.
The reason why, and
that.
50-50 on it.
Bro, we definitely need to get the line. I don't think nobody understands that we need linebackers. We don't have nobody actually calling that defense.
Right.
Who was the captain of that motherfucker?
We need linebacker. We need secondary here. We need a pass rush. Bro, Clowney today had a sack on Penix, like dead on the right, and missed it.
Well,
like, that's not the defensive coordinator. That's not the coordinator fault when guys don't make the plays. That's not the coordinator fault.
Was making the plays, and he was hurt.
Listen to me.
Last
last year with better
But he's
players,
a
we had a
rotational
top
piece,
10
though.
defense. We had the same
Oh, that's
coordinator.
deceiving. That's deception. Even Wave used to
That ain't
talk about how
deception. How's that
deceptive that
deception?
was last year.
It's
Man,
deceptive
come on. We was
because
we were
overall we were top
we was
10,
near the
but
bottom in every
individual,
category except for one last year. So how else
yeah,
we
that's
had a top?
our
Total
second.
That's why I
defense?
still don't
Total
understand how we
defense?
No,
had a
what
top 10
what it
We were
defense.
top
was,
10 in total defense. That's total
yeah,
defense.
I don't know
total
how
defense
we
we
was.
were top 10, but individual like defensive
Yeah, but
numbers, man,
again,
we
I'm talking
wasn't
about
good.
total defense,
Yeah,
We were
meaning
like 14th really
total
last
defense was.
year.
That's
it
why
was
I
top
still don't
15.
understand
It was
how we was.
15.
Yeah, we were like
Yeah,
middle
I
of the
don't know
Well,
how
pack.
we was.
but
Yeah,
even
so we
middle
was
of the pack,
last.
that's still better than what we are this
But
year
you
with
had
better
better
players.
talent too,
Right,
so
that's my
Yeah, but
point.
see, our
Meaning,
problem last year was secondary, and now this
it's
year,
not it's
well,
not it's not the coordinator, man. Gyro is not
no,
the
it's
It's the
not.
it's the coordinator because his scheme just don't work.
No,
no.
It
that's
just
not
don't
nah, I
work.
true.
can't say
That
that.
ain't
I
been
can't say
true.
that. I can't say
Dog,
his
you
scheme
Oh,
don't
so
work.
trust the
Wave, you on
scheme
the
and they
you on
missing
the
tackles.
Vero bandwagon now? You used to run him out
No,
of
no. What
town.
I'm saying, listen, this is what I'm saying about Ivero. He didn't have, just like Canales, he didn't have much to work with this year, man. He
Right.
literally,
At all.
he
Everybody,
literally.
all teams have
Hold up,
injuries.
time out. But no, but teams ain't have. Listen, we were already not talented, so if we lost any of our good players, we really was gonna be bad. So what I'm saying to
Gotcha.
you, Carl D, is not. It's not an Evero fault, man, because he really did the best that he could. Listen, the scheme is a scheme at the end of the day. You can't do shit about the scheme.
Yeah, he
But
had the
what I'm
same scheme in Denver when he was
yeah, but
defensive coordinator in Denver.
what I'm saying to you is that he didn't have the talent, man, to be able to
Right.
like
That's
he
right.
couldn't overcome anything. Like there was
Nope.
nothing he could overcome. So
Could not overcome. You couldn't
you
overcome because look, you missing your best
couldn't do
defensive
it.
tackle, which
Right.
is
It's
Derek
too much to
Brown.
overcome. Your best linebacker was gone. Shaq
You,
Thompson. I mean,
you know,
your corner opposite of JC Horn, you really didn't do a good job
your
of.
pass rusher, your Brian Burns, your best pass rusher, you lost that. Clowney
You
is
lost two
Okay,
proven
pass
Clowney
okay,
is
rushers.
the
y'all
best
keep
pass
talking about
rusher.
it wasn't his fault. Okay, let's look at the scheme. You had one of the top corners in the league. Why the hell you don't have him running with the best wide receiver? Why you keep him on
You
one
don't
side?
travel. Not every one wide receiver, every number one corner travels. Not every. Sauce Gardner don't do a lot of
Well,
traveling. Like
Right.
JC don't
a
travel. You
lot of
keep him on
teams.
that one side.
A lot of teams again, especially when you in zone, man, when you run
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
run a lot
zone, the
of
corners don't
zone.
travel.
Yeah, we run a
Yeah, but
lot of
that
zone in
zone
the
don't
3-4
work though.
scheme.
That zone don't work.
But listen, to your point, I will love to, and again, I don't think Ijaro will stay simply because he might take another opportunity somewhere else. I don't think it. I really don't. It has nothing to do with his performance this year, but I just think that he's probably tired of Carolina at this point, man. He might want a
Yeah,
fresh start somewhere else to restart.
I believe that.
So I could see him leaving for that reason. But far as Canales actually letting him go, I mean, it's not a fair assessment because we didn't see him with a full deck of cards on that side of the. Like, listen,
No,
in every defense in the NFL, you have to have playmakers that's at every level on defense, man. For you to
especially
have
a pass rusher, man.
like
You got
pass
Okay,
rushers is number one. We
okay,
don't
but
have
here,
that. Matter of fact, we might have finished bottom
uh,
5 in pass rush this year.
probably sacks and win rates, man. I
but
tell
that
you guys,
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what we finish in sack totals this year,
yeah,
man.
but
probably 32.
pass rushing is not. Yeah, but
Cardi,
pass
your
rushing
mic
is not
breaking
even
up.
in his scheme. He don't care about pass. Scheme doesn't rely on. But yeah, Evero scheme he don't but rely on pass rushing.
But what I'm saying is I can't agree with the whole thing about like I don't think that this is all Evero's fault. I really don't. I don't think he should
Oh
be.
no, I ain't gonna give it all his
Yeah,
fault.
it's not
But
all his fault, man. Like again, yeah, the scheme. I mean, traditionally with the players that we have, yeah, probably a 4-3 might be a little bit better for us, man, just because of the personnel we have. But
yeah, that's all I'm
that's not
saying. The
Ijaro's.
personnel, we don't got the
That's not
personnel
Ijaro's
for his
fault, man.
4-3.
I think if he had better players in this scheme, I think we would see better results. I really do. We just don't have the guys
Just
that
don't
can
have
make the
the
plays.
talent, yeah.
But
Well,
We don't
but
have
see,
it.
this the thing. But see, this thing y'all probably not understanding. I understand it's not all his fault, but majority almost all these players are the players that he brought in here. He brought in here.
Well, the hell, the players he brought in got hurt too. I mean,
Right,
like
they
every
did.
man, like
Jordan.
the
I mean,
players,
he the one
everybody
that
he brought
traded,
in has gotten hurt. Like you got to
and
remember,
he traded.
Everybody been injured.
One of missed majority of the season. Clowney has been in and out of the lineup all year long. You know, Jordan, the safety that you brought in from the Rams, he got hurt early in the season. Like everybody he brought in has been banged up. He ain't even had a chance to play.
Right. The
A lot
best
of guys
thing
ain't been out there today.
I tell you who need to be
Josie
starting is
Jewell.
Brandon
Josie
Sacks.
Jewell been in and out of the
They get
lineup.
hurt, but they ain't all been. They all ain't been hurt all season. I mean, we had what about at least over.
Carl, you go back and look at our lineup this
I feel
year.
what my man
in the
saying.
background.
My
Hold
man
on.
saying is basically,
Yeah, you know what
got
I'm
to have
saying.
these
They are
players
his.
straight.
They are his.
Yeah,
I see what
my
he's saying.
bad, Quan. I didn't even
See,
see you down there, bro.
Here's the thing. It's a goddamn shit show on that defense. You got to understand. Derrick Brown went down, right? Shaq went down. Everybody knows Clowney is only going to get you 8 to 9 sacks with a good defense. That's what he did in Baltimore. That's
He was a rotational. He was a rotational piece.
He's not an every down D.
Nah, he's not an every down pass
rusher.
rusher.
As a full-time player.
Right.
Here.
Exactly.
And we paid him $24 million for this shit.
2 years.
When you sit here, when you let Louvu go and when you let Burns walk, that's your 16, 17 sacks right there.
And then we didn't. Whoa! We didn't let Louvu go. Louvu wanted to leave because he didn't like the scheme.
Fuck it, because he saw the bullshit. He want to run a 4-3. He saw the bullshit.
So nigga nation, are you saying we should get rid of Ejiro too?
I wouldn't say that. This is what I would say. How about you spend some money on that defense and see what his scheme is really about if he got the players?
Yeah, we need pieces.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
But here's the thing. I did see a man let Jeremy Chin just shit on the sideline.
Talk about it now. Talk about it.
I did witness that. I was wondering why the fuck is Jeremy Chin on the sideline?
Why what has he done this year though?
Right.
So listen, let me answer that. I'm gonna let Uncle Quan. Hold on, Chris. Let me answer that, and let me let Uncle Quan go off. Listen, I don't think no coach that we had with the Panthers, except that first rookie season that he was there, I don't think any of our coordinators used Jeremy Chin right. Like I don't think Jeremy Chin is a safety. Like I don't. I think that he's a hybrid. I think he's a hybrid outside linebacker. That's what I think that he is. And for whatever reason, they transition him into the safety role. But if you really think about it, man, Jeremy Chin is a headhunter, bro. He's a tackler. He has the speed and the athleticism.
He makes plays in the box, man. That's what
right. Like he makes plays at the line of scrimmage. So I do agree that, but it wasn't just Evero that kept him like that. Hold on, quick, everybody. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault,
but
man.
Didn't Phil Snow use him correctly?
Oh, yeah.
Well, his
almost won defensive rookie of the year.
Phil Snow did run a good defense.
His rookie season was solid.
Yeah, exactly. And the only reason Chin didn't do good the other years because he was hurt.
He had a top 10 defense.
But look who he had. He had Hassan Reddick and Burns together. You can't mess that up, dog. Come on.
But still, though, he used the point.
It's not the court again. Zero. It's not his fault, man. It's not his. Again, he lost. We lost. We got rid. All of our talent on defense got gone, man. We lost Derrick Brown, J.C. Horn. That lets you know the only one that was considered for the Pro Bowl on our defense, man. Again, our defense was terrible this year, guys.
Who is the captain of this motherfucking defense? Who's calling the plays on this?
Yeah, right. We missing it. We missing
it no more. You got Shaq. You got Shaq that got hurt. We don't know who. We don't know what we're gonna do with him. You got Joseph.
A lot of young guys that second and third stringers. You know what I'm saying? That don't get a lot of burn today. Half of the guys that was out today, hell, I didn't even know. You know, that was making plays.
Go to Nigga Nation point though. I'm with you, Nigga Nation, on we don't need to draft no defensive player that's not going to give us 10 sacks. Now, the only defensive player I'm willing to take is the cornerback from Michigan.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
I would take him.
Because
if you're the only defensive player I would take.
Right.
I
won't take Mason Graham because he only works in if you change it to a 4-3. Because it's like, what are you doing? Like, we already got D tackles already. We don't need.
So let me get Uncle Quan. We got Uncle Quan in the building, man. Uncle Quan, go ahead, bro. What's your thoughts about today and everything we done talked about?
What's going on, Wave? I appreciate you pulling me up to the panel, man. As always, my brother.
Oh yeah, no
But hey,
doubt, bro.
I heard y'all talking about Evero, man. My thing with Evero, look, I was just like y'all early in the season, man. I felt like Evero was the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the personnel, even coming into the season, bro, it was real cupcake. You know what I'm saying? You got practice squad, journeyman, all type of motherfuckers on this defense that ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass rush without the personnel to pass rush. You can't call no blitzes if it ain't gonna get home. You know what I'm saying? So I felt
Agreed.
like for a while he was the scapegoat. However, what really made me jump off of Evero was really more so recently when somebody mentioned on the panel actually when he don't allow JC Horn to travel. He don't make adjustments throughout the game. Like today was a perfect example. I saw Michael Penix make the same exact throw to the same exact person on the same exact corner back to back right before the half, and he refused to get him safety help over top. Drake London was the only nigga killing us today. Why wasn't he double teaming him? You know what I'm saying? It was simple shit like that was like, okay, well, that's an Evero issue. That's a coordinator issue. You have to get your personnel is cupcake, but you got to at least try to help them out. You know what I'm saying? Get us some
But
double
Quan, let me
teams or
ask you
something.
this though:
He
how do
did
we
try.
know? How do we know though on that particular? Because I seen that too, right? I know exactly what
Yeah.
the two plays you're talking about. But how do we know if he didn't call for the safety to be over top and the safety just didn't do it
Oh,
because
come
they
on.
got it? No, no,
You gonna defend
no,
this
no.
man
I'm
to
being
the
no. I'm
end.
saying the reason I'm saying
Now
that.
that's a possibility though.
No,
I mean,
that's the
hey, we
problem. I'm
don't know
saying
though.
that
That
from a
we don't
player
know.
standpoint, that can happen because again, we know players. You
So
can
all
call the
year.
defense,
So
and
this
again,
so he doesn't
they're out of position, right? He might have
okay,
called
so
for
this
it.
all
But
year.
I know that's the
It's been happening
problem.
all year.
But Carl D, no, I know that's the problem because let's go to week one. Week one, JC Horn is calling and waving, and we got burned a bunch of times because he's telling them, dude, you need to come help me. He's saying that. And they've been having and I said that the first game. I said they're having communication problems. I said that week one, they're having communication problems. I said that's gonna be a problem in the season.
Yeah, because you
And
got a
that
lot of
is
guys
the
who playing roles that
But
they're inexperienced.
thank you. And I
but
was
isn't that a coach problem though?
no, that's not. That's
Isn't the coach's job
personnel.
is to isn't the coach job is to coach that and recognize that and coach them
He
boys up and teach them
is.
communication?
Bro,
Oh,
he is,
come
but they're
on,
supposed
man.
to do that.
Man,
JC
hey
Horn is
Cardi,
even
you hard
telling
as
them.
hell
Okay.
on Evro,
Right,
man.
what is he
So
supposed to do?
Quan,
Is he supposed to
Quan.
go
So let me
suit up?
Quan. Let's get back, jump back to Quan on this, man, because he. So again, man, you talking about the adjustments, man, but Quan, I gotta say, bro, like you trying to make a motherfucking adjustments with, bruh, practice squad players, bruh. Like literally, man, that defense out there. You don't know. I don't know. I can't name none of those motherfuckers out there on the defensive side of the ball. Like we got players that starting, bro, that probably done got signed up like Monday or Tuesday,
like
bro, out
yesterday
there.
type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they
and I
And
feel
that's
like
inexperienced.
I
how
was
can
saying is
you?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying, man, like how can you, hold him to like that standard?
Right.
That's like you, bro. Like you trying to cook, you know what I'm saying, a gourmet dinner. But you got the fucking meat from Dollar Tree, bro. Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you? What you expect the outcome is going to be? You can only do so much. At the end of the day, the players got to execute on the field. It don't matter what you call. Like
Yes, sir. That's
coach,
true. That's
you
true.
have to call the plays. The players have to go out there and execute it.
Execute them. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody. Listen, this
That's
is the
why this
difference
is
of
the
how you can
NFL.
tell. If
It's the
hold,
NFL.
hold on,
Fundamentals
nigga
make
nation, hold
trophies
on.
pop
This is
water.
how you can tell this the difference between coaching and players, right? Because if the players are where they're supposed to be and they still don't make the play, that's how you know it's the players. If it's the coaches,
Okay.
meaning the coach is where the coach is coaching when the guy's nowhere near the play at all. Like there was a miscommunication in the play call. So that's how you can tell the difference. And I feel like with the Panthers defense, bro, niggas have been where they supposed to be. These niggas just can't make the plays. They
Yeah,
either
the
too
prime example
slow,
was just
Okay.
like I said
yeah,
about
like they either
Clowney
too slow or
making
they
the
don't have
sack.
the awareness.
Like just like Clowney missing the sack today, man. He had them. The players don't make the plays. You cannot coach that. You can't coach a
Right.
guy
Okay.
to make plays.
Yeah, like that's uncoachable, bro. Like,
Right.
Okay.
They be
but
Okay.
right
y'all would
there in the
give this,
gap.
but this the thing
Okay.
about it is,
By
Cardi.
you guys.
Hold on,
Go
Cardi.
ahead.
You would
Go ahead.
defend this shit.
Oh, I got you.
You would defend it. You would defend any other defensive coordinator, man. If the Panthers, let's say the Panthers was winning, right? Let's just say that we was winning and the defense was that bad. then okay, we can say, well, maybe it's Evero. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the team overall is not talented enough to win. Like, that's the thing. So
Here's another point with Evero too. And I thought about all this shit. Like, yeah, I thought about personnel. Like, obviously, yeah, this personnel is trash. But I also went to last year when we actually had somewhat of a decent personnel. We had Derrick Brown balled out last season, right? We
best year
still couldn't stop the run. You know what I'm saying? We still couldn't stop the run, even with the personnel that we had last year,
Hell,
which
you
I
didn't
feel
have
like
no
is a
line.
night and day difference.
Yeah,
So, like,
the
I don't know,
linebacker
man. I
last
just
year
think it's
wasn't even that great. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, even though we had better players
But the
last year,
secondary
it
was
still
worse
wasn't a
than
great
that.
defense. Like,
yeah.
on paper,
The
like,
Right.
secondary was worse last year than
like,
than us giving up the
you got to
run. That's
remember,
just
even
straight
though,
facts.
okay,
I'm sorry.
outside of Frankie Louvu in that linebacking core, who else did you have last season? Because Shaq Thompson was hurt
He
last year
got hurt.
too.
Yep.
Thompson got hurt like what,
And
second
yo,
game or
Second
some
game.
shit?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
game I went
Yeah,
to. Yep,
so who else
Minnesota
did
game.
you have?
Yeah, second
And then on
game.
the opposite of Brian
Matos,
Burns, who did you have opposite of Brian Burns? You didn't have
Yos
nobody.
Matos, and them
Yeah,
niggas.
Yeah,
Yitos
Gross
Gross
Matos.
Matos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm
Gross
telling y'all is with the
Matos.
Panthers defense overall, it hasn't really been a talented group for the last couple of years. It's just been a group where at points it's been solid, but it's guys, if
It
think
hasn't
about
been ran
our
since we
best
switched to a
years, our
3-4.
best years, we had elite defenses. Every year that the Panthers had a winning Super Bowl run or playoff run, we had
Yep.
elite defenses. We have not had an elite defense
We had
since
a 4-3 defense.
that
4-3
it's
defense.
not even just no, bro. We had the talent. We had Hall of Famers at positions. Luke Kuechly's
Right,
about to
we
make the Hall of
did.
Fame. We don't have one Hall of Fame player on our defense right now. You don't have
Nah.
that top 5 talent outside of J.C. Horn, but statistically he still was top 10. He wasn't even top 5 in ratings this year. He was top 10, but you don't have that game-changing player at that position. Derrick Brown was supposed to be it after we paid him the money, but guess what he do? He get hurt for the fucking season. And you still don't know if he's gonna be ready for next season to start next season.
Oh
So
no, he will
again,
be
you don't have the
because it was
talent.
early. Yeah, he'll be ready. It was
Like you
like
don't
week
have
1.
the talent. I think it's so unquine, and I respect you, my dog, but I think it's unfair as fuck to judge damn Evero performance or his shit. But when he playing with nobody, like there's no talent out there whatsoever. Rashawn Williams, the D
Okay.
tackle, he had a hell of a year.
Yeah, I mean, I get
Okay.
y'all point. But I don't. He hasn't shown me anything that makes me believe that we can be a top 10 defense with him. Even if we do get him
Well,
the
who would you
personnel,
replace him with?
is he able to? You said what?
Who would you replace him with?
Yeah, that's what I want to
Shit,
know.
I want to
Robert
go get
Better.
goddamn
Robert
Robert. What's
Saleh?
his name? Robert from the Jets. That nigga was a beast
Robert
with
Saleh.
the San Francisco. Hell yeah!
I would be
If you
okay
can
with
get his
that.
ass, bring him on.
I would be, but if he's not available, where do you go?
Oh no, he will be available
Shit,
because he
Mike,
got
y'all
connections
already
with
talked
these
about Mike
guys.
Vrabel being a head coach. So shit, I mean,
Man, I'm going to call
it's looking a little
Riverboat
thin,
Ron.
ain't it, going?
I'm calling Riverboat Ron.
I'm
I
calling.
see
Nah,
it.
I'm calling
He's still
Steve
out. He
Wilkes,
is still
man.
out
Well,
there, huh?
I don't want his
I'm
ass
calling
back.
Steve
So
Wilkes, man, for defense coordinator.
Oh,
He,
that's a good
I
one.
don't
hey,
want
That's a good.
Steve
And
Wilkes
He ain't
Steve
gonna want to
either.
Wilkes,
come back
y'all,
here
is the
though. That
defense
I
nigga
want
ass.
coach yesterday
Robert
at UNC
Saleh.
Charlotte. You
hey, but
talk about a
listen though,
fall
he
from
can coach.
grace.
Saleh,
He
man.
coached defense, man. Steve Wilkes, even last year when he took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, he
That
was a
nigga said
scapegoat, man. They,
Mayo. Gerard Mayo would be a good fit.
Hey, what
you
I'm
know,
going to do,
well,
I'm
he
going to sit here
was.
and
I
promote
mean,
D'Angelo Hall from cornerback to the defensive coordinator because what he done with J.C. Horn. Fuck it.
Talk this shit, nigga nation.
Hey, fuck it.
Talk
Hey,
this
ain't
shit.
nobody saying that. Ain't nobody saying what D'Angelo. Hey, people don't know that D'Angelo Hall is the cornerback coach.
Yeah, he
Some
did a
folks don't
hell
know
of a
that.
yeah,
job
I
this
know.
season.
Yeah, I knew that since last year.
I'm
Hey, he
bumping him
yeah,
did
up
they
to
do a
my
hired him
hell of a
last
defensive
year,
job.
man.
coordinator, nigga. You earned it. Fuck it.
That's right. That's fact. Nigga nation. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's fact though. He did a hell of a
You
job
heard
in
it
year
here
one. He
first.
did.
You heard it here first. D'Angelo, the next DC.
Damn, that's a good point, nigga nation. Hey, listen. Despite all of the injuries in the secondary, he developed a Pro Bowler, and Mike Jackson was a solid number 2 all season. He did what he did. To me, that's success. Shit, that's success. Because J.C. Horn, man, listen, I'm gonna
And
be honest
JC
with y'all.
played the whole season.
And oh yeah, that's why we got to pay him now.
Yeah,
The
because
throw,
Hey,
it was a
facts,
contract.
facts.
Yeah, I knew he
Oh,
was gonna
they
play the
are.
whole
Oh,
season.
they are. Did you see the?
because
Did you hear the interview? When they interviewed Morgan, they asked him about it. He said, And he said, I'm not going to talk about it right now. You know he's going to pay that
because
man.
Yeah, he go. Yeah, I highly doubt they let
Hey,
him walk. Like I highly doubt it. The
nah.
Yeah, you
deal. I
gotta
just
pay
hope
him,
it's.
man.
I just hope it's a good deal. What do y'all think is a good deal for J.C. Horn? Years and amount.
It depends on the market. What is the
I'm about to
market?
tell
We
y'all
don't
the
know what
top
the market
corner.
is.
Let me tell y'all the top corner
Ain't
pay.
ain't Denver cornerback coming up?
No, they already paid him.
13.
They already paid Sertan.
Oh, his
Yeah,
5th-year
what's the
option
market
came.
right now? I
Oh,
don't even know the corner market right now.
I'm about to tell
yeah,
y'all
that's what
right
I'm saying. What
now.
is the market?
So
I want to
It's
say
easier to.
about 20 a year, maybe.
Jalen Ramsey is the highest paid corner in the league.
Oh
His
no,
deal
no,
is
no.
worth.
We ain't gonna.
He getting
So
24 million a year.
that's what Patrick Sertan
Patrick
got. He got a
Surtain is
4
getting
year.
24, but no, actually, Jalen Ramsey is getting 24.1. Patrick Surtain getting 24 even. Next is Jair Alexander. He's getting 21, but he got
Ooh,
Surtain. Hold up, damn,
probably
Surtain not
about
even the
20
highest paid
something.
corner.
He got 4 years,
Damn,
Probably
26
about
million, and
probably about
15
20.
signing bonus and 77 guaranteed.
oh damn, Denzel Ward
Yeah,
got
about 20 something.
Denzel Ward got $100 million contract. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I
and
What?
would,
then,
yeah, I would give
What? Whoa,
JC.
whoa, whoa,
God
whoa, whoa!
damn,
Cleveland quarterback got what?
he got
Yeah, he deserved
100.5.
it. He deserved it.
he
Damn.
been signed that. He
Yeah, he
been
did.
I
He
signed
see.
that.
I'll
signed. He
give
signed
This
both
is
his
JC.
why I'm
deals.
going
Oh,
to go
okay,
pay
okay, okay.
J.C.
That was
Horn,
wild.
and then I'm going to go draft Will Johnson,
So
and then
what's
you
the
start
number?
working
Tell me
into
the
the
number. What do
interior.
y'all say?
I
Big bro,
am.
you go first.
Hey,
Big
go
bro,
ahead. Go ahead.
I think we can
What
get
was the
him for
question?
22.
go ahead, big bro. What is the deal that you're giving with everything J.C. Horn has proven this season? He stayed healthy, made the Pro Bowl this year. What deal? The years and the amount that you giving J.C. Horn?
I mean, man, I would again, I would make him the highest paid corner. I probably would fall in that, man. For Horn, I think, man, a good fair deal that ain't gonna kill us anywhere between that 16 the $18 million range is per year, and front loaded. The reason why is because again, his injuries, yeah, he stayed healthy this year. I knew he was gonna do that because of his contract year. That's all I know. That's the reason why he stayed healthy because he's trying to get paid. But J.C.
Okay.
Horn injury, he's been injury prone. We can't invest a ton of money into it. That's why we're front loaded up front with some incentives on it. You know what I'm saying? Really make it like a 2-year deal where you pay him all this money up front the first 2 years to see how he perform. Because again, he can come back next year and go back to the injury stuff. Because I think we talked about it before on this pod about how many games prior to this year, how many games he missed during his first 3 or 4 years in the league, and it was more than half of the NFL season. So
So you
we,
said
I'm saying 16
16 between
to
18. So the
18
deal
million
would
per
probably
year
be
range,
what?
man, and front loaded with the guaranteed those first 2 years, man. So
So the
meaning we
deal would be
pay.
like 93,
Man,
93.
either way, man, pay our guys, man. Pay our guys that we develop. Don't let them fucking walk for nothing.
So nigga nation. Okay, so hold on. So big Bray, you saying what? 4 years, 93 million at 18 a year?
Yeah, that's fine. And again, I would give him a big signing bonus, pay majority of it in the signing bonus within the first 2 years, man. That way we can get out of it, man. If he don't, could perform or if he get injured, that way after year 2, we can move on from him, man, if we got to. So that's what I would do.
All right, that's I think that's okay. I want everybody in the chat to rate everybody deal. Who y'all think had the best deal out of the entire panel? Everybody that's in the chat. So that was Big Brothers. We're gonna see who had the best deal. Just rank the deals. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Uncle Quan, what would you give him?
Hey, big bro, like he had my exact points, man. With JC Horn, you got to take into account how many games he missed. So with JC Horn, man, taking into account, I mean, yeah, he made a Pro Bowl. He's talented. When he's healthy, man, he's a top 5. We need that. So with him, I'll probably go anywhere between 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? With some incentives in there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a fair deal with JC Horn. It's still a good ass amount of money for a corner. And you know what I'm saying? You
I mean,
still
the
take into
highest paid
account.
is 24. So
Yeah, like
you
so yeah,
know,
you right there kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's not the highest paid. I don't think JC should be the highest paid right
21 would
now.
be
I don't think he
21 would
deserves it.
tie 21 will tie for third. So 21 a year will tie for Jair Alexander's, whose his deal is he had 84 million at 21 a year, so he got more per year, but his overall deal was low.
Yeah, I think
Like
that's fair, man. I think that's fair.
so, Marlon Humphrey right now is getting 19.5 at 97 million total. So, how many years, Quan?
Fig, you gotta. I'll give him 4. I'll give him 4 years, 4 more years, man.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Nigga Nation, what's yours?
Me personally, I don't give a fuck what you pay him. You pay the man. You got to understand something. We let Bradbury walk. We let
He was a bum when he left anyway, though.
it don't matter. We still didn't pay him.
Nigga
He
cost the
did good
Super
with us.
Bowl.
Regardless
It
of
cost
what
me
you
money.
say, regardless of what you say, he
Shit.
still goddamn was better than what we've been had.
Yeah.
You got JC right there. But then you gotta understand, we haven't had an elite corner since Chris Gamble. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Gamble wasn't even elite. That nigga was just solid. Like,
Man, Chris Gamble
And now y'all gotta
stayed
put some
down.
respect on J-No too, bro. He had one solid year.
yeah,
Now he was
Josh
elite
Norman.
that
Well,
year,
yeah,
man.
Josh Norman. Yeah.
That
He had
Josh
the
Norman year was
attitude.
crazy.
I appreciate Josh.
That
Yeah.
nigga said Chris Gamble.
Hey, Chris Gamble did. Hey, Chris Gamble had a hell of a career.
Chris
Damn.
Gamble.
Chris Gamble was pretty good for 9 years. Look at
Josh
stats
Norman.
up. Look at stats
I
up.
know,
9
nigga.
years
Hey,
in
big
the
bro, that
league.
shit funny. That nigga
Look,
said Chris Gamble as
look up
that
his
was the
stats.
last elite
From the
receiver, corner.
magician hat.
Look up his stats. That's all I'm
All
gonna
right,
say.
well
But back to this. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what you pay the man. You pay the man. It's time to goddamn invest in our players. It's starting to be a shit show. We don't have nobody long term on this defense. If you look at it, besides Derek Brown as of right now. So I would literally sit here, give him the bread, start investing, add more talent, and we're gonna see what we do. But at the end of the day,
That's a good point.
I'm out after this. You go ahead and get Will Johnson. You're going to sit here solidify the next 4 to 5 years that you got some strong corners and you work from the front end and you go from there. And that's all I'm going to say. Shout out to Bryce Young. He did his motherfucking thing. You put some respect on his name. Nigga Nation.
Nigga Nation, everybody. That was Nigga Nation. Shout out to Nigga Nation, man.
Shout out Nigga Nation, man.
All right. Who else we got up here? Yeah, what the hell happened to Carl D?
I'm just the last nigga here, so.
So Christian, go ahead, man. What do you say about JC Horn's deal, man? What do you think he should get?
Because he made the Pro Bowl and he played majority of the season, I don't think he's gonna get injured. Because you've seen when he had help, he stayed much healthier. So he has some type of semblance of help. I'm gonna give him a 5-year 105 deal, 21 million. Gonna give him 77 guaranteed, and we're going to push the money back so we can sign some more free agents. And I'm gonna kind of front load, but I'm gonna back load because I just believe JC Horn is gonna stay healthy, and I believe in him. And this season, he has a lot of trust, and I think they trust him too. And I would backload it because this guy, you got to backload a guy like that. And he stayed healthy. He got a Pro Bowl. He's done his job. So 105 and 21 million for 5 years, the salary, and give him 77 million guaranteed. So that's what I got him.
Okay, all right, that's a pretty solid deal. I respect that.
Because it's not too high though, and it's not too low. Because you don't
So
want
if
to
he were to
undersell him.
get paid 105, he would have the highest total salary in the NFL because right now
Yes, but not right.
1.5 is the is Denzel Ward. He the highest, so that would make him the highest overall. So I think, man, I'm going to go on a deal that's probably at market value, man, and it's I'm considering all factors from the injury history, can't ignore it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm making JC Horn, man, probably top 2 highest paid player at the position, man. And the reason why I'm doing that is because all we needed to see was a season that he could play a full 16 games. Now that we know that it's possible, he's young, he's in his prime years. So I'm giving him something, man, probably like maybe 101, 102 in that probably 22 to 24 million a year range, and I'm locking him in for 4 years. I'll front load the deal. He'll have probably one of the highest signing bonus in it. And the reason why you're doing that is so that, like Big Bruh said, in 1 or 2 years, if he doesn't stay healthy, we can get rid of that contract, and it won't hurt us too much. So I I'm not making anything incentive based. I mean, the guy already showed that he can stay healthy for 1 year. We have to believe that he can do it again. And with him making the Pro Bowl this year, man, the only Pro Bowler that we had, I think that you gotta believe in him. You gotta believe that he will be here long term. So I'm making him top 2 highest paid corner in the league, man. I think, and I'm doing it now because one thing we don't want to do is because we can throw the 5th year option on him right now, and he could play another year without a deal. We have to remember that. The 5th year option can be thrown on him, so a deal doesn't have to get done this offseason. But if the Panthers were smart, I would go ahead and get it done now because we don't want what the Bengals are about to go through with Jamar Chase, where they outplay, maybe even being on the Panthers roster because he, is going to demand way too much money at that point. So smart.
Hey, Wavez, I got a question right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to cut you off, I know it's a different player right quick. Do you think Robert Hunt is living up to his contract, even though it's only a year in?
I do.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He had a hell of a season this year.
Hell yeah. Without a doubt.
Him
That was
and
the best.
Damon Williams.
How the fuck he's not a Pro
Damian
Bowler?
Lewis.
How the
Damon
fuck
Lewis.
he's
I
not a
mean,
Pro Bowler?
Damon Lewis. Yeah.
Why is he not a Pro Bowler?
But again, because again,
Politics.
yeah, I think
No,
the
it's
reason
not
why he's not a Pro
Popularity.
Bowler, I think the reason why he's not a Pro
That's
Bowler,
what I
man,
mean.
because the best players at his position, they're on winning teams. I mean,
Right,
that's
Yeah, that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
about to
saying.
say.
yeah, like
But it's
that's
not
that's
really
the thing. Like
politics.
the
You just
best,
gotta win more.
yeah, like the best players at his position, they're on winning teams. So I mean, you got the guard from the Ravens, the guard from the Chiefs is a fool, the guard from the Bills, and like there's
No, they
a
do
lot
it.
of
They still do the NFC and AFC thing. So anybody can guard
Yeah,
from the
they
AFC
still
will
vote him
count
in by
Yeah, but
the fans and the
the
coaches.
Eagles offensive line deserved to be there because of what they did for
yeah.
Yeah.
Saquon.
Oh, with
So
Saquon, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
hell
I mean,
yeah.
Robert Hunt has
Now
Well,
he can be an alternate. He can still be an alternate. I mean,
right. I don't think it's
And he still
politics
might
with
get to
this
be an
one.
alternate though, because some of them
yeah, he
Right.
might.
players.
No,
yeah,
he
but
is an
Hunt haven't
alternate.
allowed the sack this year though.
Yeah, he's
I know,
played a
but
phenomenal season, man. So
Yeah, but
yes,
Hunt
but
haven't allowed the sack this year.
right, but like, dog, like it's also too like
hold
I
on.
agree he should be there. He is an alternate Pro Bowler. So is what's it called it? Our running back Chuba. Chuba's an alternate too.
Chuba should have been a straight up Pro Bowler. He was number
But
5
he's
when he got
right,
hurt.
but
Yeah,
but
but he
he's
hurt
When he
though,
not
got on
man.
because
IR, he
Yeah.
like.
right, but he wasn't.
But
gonna
I'm just
make it
saying
over
though, he shouldn't have
Saquon
been an
and
alternate.
what's
He
it
should have
called?
been a straight up Pro Bowler.
Hey, like and share this bitch.
Yeah,
Hey,
but he
listen,
wasn't gonna make it over
I
a
got
couple
two
of
more
days.
points that I need to ask y'all for that because I want to get back on this because this is important, man. So now we at the off season. We know where we are in the draft. We know what pick we got, number 8, which I don't know what. Go ahead, man.
Well, I do want to say this. It's not quite. We ain't quite. Might be 8. We need 2 now.
No.
If 2 teams win, we could possibly jump to number 6.
Yes.
I think the
true.
Raiders did the Raiders lose?
No, they still playing right now. 17
Okay, if the Raiders lose,
Vegas
the
up.
Raiders is one
I mean,
of
not
them.
Vegas up, but Chargers up.
Yeah, if the Raiders win, and I forgot who the other team is, if we need 2
the
teams
Jets.
to, yeah, I don't. Is it the Jets?
We needed the
Yes,
Saints
it's
to
the
I can't
win.
remember what 2
Need the
teams
Saints
it
to
Yeah, I
is,
win.
but
think
if
we
2
need it, but
teams
yeah.
win, we'll be at number 6.
The Jets are going to win, so we probably gonna move down to 7 because of the Jets.
Hey, a fun fact: we came third in our division this year.
Third.
Hey,
How
I
did we
told
come
niggas
third?
we
Yeah.
wasn't finished.
Hey, at least we went last, I guess.
We came
Who
third.
was worse?
because of
The
top.
Saints. Yeah, the Saints was worse than
the
us.
Saints.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
man.
yeah. I mean, yeah, but I mean, again, man, I'm not. Listen, and that brings me to my point with y'all. The NFC South still looks vulnerable, man. Like it still looks
We
vulnerable.
should have
Like
won.
I'm not
Nobody
gonna lie
got
to you
10
guys.
wins, man.
Listen, let me tell you, Mike Evans breaking that record this year. He may come back for one more season, if that. Like literally, if that, one more season. Because he already tied Rice. Maybe he want to go for one more and try to break Rice record, right? But he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he probably only got one more good season left in him. With Tampa Bay, Get it. And Baker, I mean, he's been playing great, man. We got to give him his props, y'all. Say what you want to say about Baker Mayfield. The guy has found a home, and that team fits him. He's played great. But the Falcons, I'm gonna say this about the Falcons. Michael Penix will be good. Eventually, he will be good. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, the Falcons underachieved this season like a motherfucker. Like they underachieved like a motherfucker this year. Because you remember
They not
that was their
people
only
had
fault.
them.
utilizing Kyle Pitts. I go get Kyle Pitts.
Super Bowl. They were Super
But hold
Bowl
on,
contenders.
hold on. Let me finish making this point about this division first. They underperformed like a motherfucker this year, right? So, and that was with them making moves. You remember, man? They brought in Matthew Judon. They went to go get Justin Simmons. They made a lot of moves. They signed Kirk Cousins to a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? They got Darnell Mooney and they made Bijan Robinson, who was the truth. Bijan is the truth. That
Ray
nigga is the
McLeod.
truth. They made all of these moves. And in Raheem Moore's first season, they didn't even make the playoffs. So I'm telling you, I think that team is still, from what I saw today, they still probably 2 years away from being real fucking contenders. The Panthers next season, if they have a hell of an offseason, which I'm expecting us to have, meaning we get rid of contracts that we need to get rid of, we sign the players we need to sign, and if we can hit on 2 playmakers in this year's draft, 2. If you can hit on 2 playmakers in this draft with your first and second picks in this draft, I'm telling you, with what Bryce Young has shown, we could be expediting this rebuild if the Panthers make the right moves this offseason. Because I think Bryce Young is further along in his development than we thought. Canales, whatever he did, bro, it's like a switch fucking turned on. This dude out there playing, I ain't never seen that man play so fucking confident than today. Every throw that he threw, he knew it was going to be a completion before he let it go.
Oh, the no-look touchdown was crazy.
He knew it was going to be a
completion.
Yeah, that shit was cold, man.
That shit was cold as fuck.
Put his hands up.
And then my throw of the day, though, was on the first drive, that to the left hash, when he threw that back shoulder to Thielen. Where Thielen went up and got that bitch and brought it down, bro. That's an elite throw. That because he threw it in only the place the wide receiver can get it. Bryce Young,
I think that was his first throw of the game too, man. That shit was cold.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. The throw, and then the one over the middle to Tommy Tremble. The one over the middle, bro.
Pass.
To Tommy fucking Tremble, bro. That shit was cold as fuck. I'm telling
you, Wavez, you spoke on this earlier, man. When I was listening in, you said his best throws was over the middle. Ain't that shit ironic? Because you got a lot of these people out here saying like, "Nah, Bryce ain't tall enough to see. He can't throw over the middle." But that's where he's best at, man.
2 interceptions back to back against Atlanta, first game.
Yeah, his best throws have been over the middle, guys. I'm telling you, and that is a hell of a. That's a hell of an improvement from where he was. So to see that,
and quick question though. So Quan, this for you. Now,
what's up?
Now, man, a few weeks ago, you came on here and said you weren't sold on Bryce.
You got the wrong one, brother.
You got the wrong one.
I've been fucking with Bryce for a minute,
that was Quan. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't Quan. It definitely wasn't Quan.
That was the other dude.
Young Pharaoh.
The other uncle.
Young
oh, my bad. My apologies. Then I thought, okay.
No, all good, brother. All good.
Yeah, but nah, guys. Like everybody's been saying about Bryce, is again, everybody, they was waiting for that breakout game. 5 touchdowns, 3 passing, 2 rushing, to get a win, man. Listen, Bryce is the answer, man. Like I've been saying, we just got to build around the guy, man. The guy got talent. Like I've always said, the guy won the Heisman for a reason, so the talent was always there. He just had to, again, the benching. We can look back on now and say it did help him. Right? Again, the game could have been going too fast for him. That after those first couple of weeks, and for him sitting back learning behind Dalton, looking at the game from a different point of view. So I will give, for me, because I've been critical of Canales all season. I will give Canales credit for hey, saying, you know what, Bryce, man, let's sit back. I'm gonna sit you down. Yeah, this may not be what you want right now, but here's what I think you need for you to be better for the future. So I'm gonna give him some of the credit. He doesn't get all the credit for Bryce's turnaround. I give it more to Bryce for learning, but Canales does play a part in it. And I do think how we finished the season, this down the stretch. Right now Canales is the right coach for the job. And we just got to hit off on this offseason, guys. And
What about Leggett? What about Leggett?
Leggett, man, so my
What
thoughts
we
on
talking about
Leggett,
with Leggett?
I don't think, I still don't think he's number one. I've said this before on here. I think Leggett has talent, to get better, to be a solid number two. He got speed, he's big, but he gotta get in the offseason and work on his catching his hands, man. It was just too many big drops this offseason. He played a little better today. Some things I seen, that one catch where he went up and got towards the end zone. That was a good, catch by him. But again, I think he's not a number one, and he probably should have
Or
been
number
like
two.
Hey,
Nah,
but
he
he did.
number
a
But
late
two.
hey,
second and
I
hey,
third
give
check
him
this
round
number
out.
pick
Check
two.
at
this out.
best.
Check this out.
I
Check this out.
told y'all he was number
Check this
three.
out. He did better. He did better
No, he ain't number
than what
three. I give
Mingo
him
did.
two.
He did better
How you gonna
than
be number
Mingo
two if
did.
Jalen Coker's a number two? Because we're gonna get somebody else number one.
Now
He
I
gonna be a
think
Man,
three.
No,
I
Coker
think
ain't gonna be
Leggett.
number
I fuck
two.
with Coker.
Listen, I think Leggett is the number two receiver right now. I think Coker, again, he had a hell of a year. A hell of a year for an undrafted free agent, man. But he's gonna have to work hard this offseason, man, to make sure that he's back on the roster next year. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh,
No,
he
he
I
gonna
earned
be
think,
on
that
the
spot.
roster.
Yeah,
He
he done
earned
played
that
his
Yeah,
way
no,
on
I
the
spot.
he'll be
roster.
on the
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
roster.
earned
I
that.
think he earned a
He
spot, but I don't think he's
outperformed
earned the number two. I think
Excel.
he's probably better utilized as a slot, man. Like,
No, he
honestly, I would
deserved
keep
his
him. I
spot,
would keep
Oh
him
Wavez.
at
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
slot.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
Come
okay,
on,
okay.
Wavez.
I
He
thought you was leaning something else.
outperformed
Okay.
Excel all year.
Yeah, he have, but I'm saying though,
He
man, you
outed him.
invested. It still go down to what you invested in Leggett. You can't give up on him yet. Like,
At least we ain't got
yeah,
Jonathan Mingo. Cause
Yeah,
shit,
it's just one
yeah,
year.
you
It
can't.
ain't like this.
No.
It ain't
I
like
ain't
this
saying
again
give up
second
on
year.
him, but I'm saying the number
Yeah, you can't
three.
give up on him. I think he
Coker's
got to
the
stay the
number
number two
two.
next year, and maybe he comes
I'm
back, man,
sorry.
playing a lot
I think
better.
Leggett had like 5 touchdowns this year,
Right, Coker
which
got
is pretty
more than
good.
him, I
Which is
think.
pretty good. Which is pretty good as a rookie because we drafted Mingo last year and he ain't been shit. So
Yeah,
we got to
Mingo has
understand
been playing well.
Leggett is gonna be pretty good, but he gonna have to get in them fields and catch them damn balls. Pause.
Yeah, yeah, jug machine, man. He just needed to work on the jug machine a little bit. He'll be. I think that he'll be better next year, man. But one
And
thing I
then
don't like,
stop being so fucking
he,
injured. Every time he
yeah,
fall
that
on the
nigga is
ground, he
frail.
always about out like he hurting shit.
Yeah, man. He is. I said that earlier, man. Like every time that man get hit, man, he either getting up slow or he holding a part of his body, man. Like
Hey,
he
facts.
gonna have
Hey,
to
for
put.
him to be so damn big, bro, be taking shots, but you would think he'd be able to eat them shits, man.
Oh shit,
Hell
man. We
no.
got Omar just pulled up to the channel, man. I gotta hear this shit. Big O in the
Hey,
building,
me
man.
too. Me too.
What's
Shout
up,
out to
Big
Omar,
O?
man.
Oh, hold on. I gotta drop somebody. Hold on. God damn, all right. Hold up.
Hey, what you say? You gotta drop somebody?
Yeah. I gotta drop somebody off
Hey,
here. He
well, shit,
won't let me
I
have
let him
no.
come up. I'm gonna be in the chat, man.
All right then, bro. Appreciate you for slide.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
All right. Bet.
Dang, can't see. Oh, sorry.
All right, hold up. Let me pull Omar up
Like,
here.
subscribe, and share this bitch.
Yeah, y'all already know what time it is, man. Life is Just a Wave podcast. We've been live after every motherfucking game this season, man. Y'all give your boy props. We got Big O in the building. Omar, what's up with it?
Yeah, what's going on, Waves? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, boy. I've been waiting to
Hey,
hear what you think about all
hey,
this.
Quan, I appreciate you hopping out real quick. I won't be long. No, I come here and everybody, I'm not the biggest Bryce Young fan. Still not a Bryce Young fan. I'm not even gonna act like it today. But today was the best game that I think we all can say he played. Today was the first time that I saw difference maker qualities out of Bryce Young. The defense kept not getting stops and kept giving up touchdowns, and Bryce was able to come down, make the field, make the passes to get us down the field. So no, I feel like today he just set a new bar for himself going into next year. I definitely thought he locked up the starting spot for 2025. I
Yeah.
still think we have to see how he plays next year, but he earned some leeway. He earned some pass for me at least. I'm still not gonna act like I'm just the biggest Bryce Young fan. I don't know if he's still a franchise guy yet, but he's shown that he can be right now, I guess, a low tier starter level as of right now. To Big Bro point, this is what progression looks like. When you put it all together and find a way to win, that's what progression looks like. So I know we went through that spell when we had those 3 close games, but I'll take winning today over those 3 close losses because today we showed that we can put it all together. That's all I really got to say. I can't hate on Bryce. Some people are going to overdo it. Some people still going to hate on Bryce, but he played good today, and I won't take that away from him.
Nah, Omar, I think that's a good ass point, man. Listen, bro, I say it like this, everybody. Listen, I was hard on Bryce Young early in the season. I stand on my business away. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I thought we missed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really thought that we missed, but everything that he was showing early, I feel like it solidified that point. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's turned it around, man, and he's turned it around quick. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more confident. He playing with a different type of swagger. You can tell that he's falling in love again with the game of football. You know what I'm saying? It's fun for him out there now. Y'all see his celebrations and everything that he's doing. He's having fun out there now. But again, he still got to continue to climb the ladder, right? The ladder still has to climb. He still has some growing to do. I think we need more around him. We won't be able to maximize his potential until we can put more talent around him. The more less the plays that he can make, but the more we can get the ball in our playmakers' hands, allow them to make plays, will be the less hits that he would have to take. The offensive line, man, again, the guards, what we spent for him, over $100 million in cap space, it was worth every fucking penny. It was worth every single penny, man, to protect him. He had a lot more protection this year. So I think we're just seeing everything kind of come together with Bryce, man. But this is what we projected. We when you're drafted #1 overall, this is what you're supposed to be doing. I think that's the other side of this coin too, is that how Bryce is playing. Like, we can't act like this is something that we wasn't expecting him to do. We expected this. We expected that everything that we gave up for you, DJ Moore, a lot of draft assets, we expected you to come in here and play like this. So I think he's now just is finally living up to what we thought. But again, he still has a long career ahead of him. I'm not going to sit up here and quite say he's the savior yet. I think he's our guy. We have our guy. I think he's going to be, a really good quarterback for him. But I will say this: I think that he's further along in his development than what we thought, man. The way he's reading these defenses now, man, and the way he's staying calm, even when he played against the better teams and the better defenses, he's playing with a lot of poise. And if you can do that in the NFL, man, and you already got a talented arm, which the guy can make every throw. He really can. He can make all of the throws. We saw him make it, man. He can throw the deep ball with touch. He across the middle, man. I think across the middle, bro, he's already one of the top quarterbacks throwing it across the middle, bro. Like, he's slinging that bitch, man. Like, the ball is all, like the one he threw to Coker, man, where Coker snatched that bitch down. I think it was like a 3rd and 7 or something across the middle, where Coker snatched that shit between 2 defenders. Bro, that's an elite throw. That he put that ball where only the wide receiver could grab it. So
and
again,
that's a
man,
good thing
like,
on the wide receiver too. Something Deontay Johnson don't know about.
Yeah, like, and Coker, that was a hell of a catch and play by him as well. But man, look at what he's doing with Adam Thielen and Coker and the T. But if you give him a T Higgins, which I got a feeling that T Higgins is going to end up staying in Cincinnati, man. All of the signs is pointing to it. Joe Burrow,
Oh, he not.
Yeah, Joe Burrow said, man, that if the Bengals were smart, they would draft him. And if Joe Burrow tells that team that he wants T Higgins back, they're going to find a way for them to get it back. So we'll see how it
goes. They
goes.
that defensive player too, though. They gotta pay him.
Yeah, Trey Henderson. Yeah, they got some guys they got to pay, but I just think that the Panthers are going to have to make a move, and I'm gonna tell you a move that I think the Panthers should do. Go trade for Jalen Waddle, man. Team him up with his wide receiver from college. Go trade for Jalen Waddle. If you miss out on T Higgins, go get Waddle. Yes, Waddle has had some injuries, but when he's healthy, he can be.
I didn't think about that. That's a good one, Wave.
Yeah, go trade for Jalen Waddle. I think that would be good. You got to remember, because he's coming up on a contract year. They can't pay everybody down there. They've already paid Tyreek. They paid Tua. Like, they go trade for Jalen Waddle. I think you can get him for a 2nd or 3rd round pick. and
Yep.
team him back up with his college teammate, man, that he played there, and Waddle can be a number one wide receiver. He has that type of potential. He really
What
does.
about Mechie?
But I
Well,
don't think
Mechie.
Mechie is going to
He
leave.
Detroit ain't letting him go. Ain't that
No,
Detroit?
Mechie is
he
in
was.
Houston.
In
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
in
Houston, yeah.
Houston.
excuse me. I'm thinking about
They're
Williams.
not going to
Yeah,
let him go because Tank Dell probably won't be ready for next season.
yeah. They say
So
Yeah,
Tank
you're
Dell gonna
right.
be
You're
out
right.
the
You're
whole
right.
season.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's going to
he is
miss.
gonna
He's
be
going to
out.
miss the
Yeah, you're
entire
right.
season,
Yeah,
y'all.
you're
Tank
right.
Dell destroyed his knee, man. So he's not. He
No,
probably
the
won't be
wide
ready. So I don't
receiver
think that they're.
self did
And
that.
honestly, I think they got to pay Stephon Diggs too as well. Like
Oh, they
so
ain't paying
I heard
Stephon.
Diggs. I heard Diggs might not come back.
He not coming
yeah,
back.
he might
He
not.
not.
He might not come
Ain't
back.
he?
He
Ain't
might
he
not
only
come
They
back.
one
not
But
bringing him back.
year?
so I'm just saying. But the trade for Jalen Waddle makes sense, man. I think if you can go and get him, I think that team Bryce back up with his wide receiver he played with in college. So
And that's the deep speed we've been
yeah,
talking about too, Wade.
that's the take the top off speed. You'll keep Adam Thielen around for the veteranship. And again, I said it like this, y'all. Listen, I don't knock the Will Johnson's, draft moves. I don't knock, what I'm saying. But if like to me, I think the Panthers have to go pass rush. Pass rush is the first thing that we have to do. We need another playmaker on that side of the ball because that's going to help the entire defense. You got to find somebody that can rush the passer. And if that's not available for you, then if the best pass rusher is not available for you at that position, you either trade back, man, or honestly, like I said, guys, I'm going all in, man. I'm going best wide receiver available. I'm going McMillan from Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And take somebody, I'm going because again, that's the top. We ain't spent the top 10 pick on a wide receiver yet.
I'm gonna throw
So
this one out there, man. We ain't mentioned this one, but he will be available. And I know he coming off an injury, but this is something that the Panthers should look at. You gotta look at if we can't get Higgins, you gotta look at Chris Godwin, man, right in the
he coming
division.
off an injury too. He
Um,
getting
Yeah, I
older
don't
too,
want
man.
that.
And Godwin
Yeah,
getting
I
older.
mean,
nah,
I
He getting
mean,
older.
listen, Godwin, he ain't number what 28, 29.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that
we don't want to do that. We want to get somebody young, man.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
we
saying
do need
if
somebody
again,
young to grow with Bryce.
Because we
if
already got an
those
old
guys, I mean, yes,
receiver
that's
now.
ultimately what we want. But what I'm saying is, if we can't get what we want,
go get a Garrett
Godwin
Oh,
is
Wilson.
we can't get Godwin.
a
Okay,
good
I got you.
I
veteran to bring in for the right
Go get
price.
Garrett
And
Wilson from the
I'm
Jets.
with you, but let's not think that way. Let's go big or go home. That's the
Yeah,
mindset we should have.
yeah,
Like,
that's true.
let's stop settling. Okay,
Yeah,
we
but
need to stop settling.
I'm just saying, you got to have
Yeah.
backup options, man, just in case, because you just never
yeah,
know how
I
it's
mean,
gonna play out.
Draft
I'm with
somebody
you.
at
I
that
just
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to. That's why I said,
I'm
like,
tired of settling. That's why we in the
but I mean,
situation now,
again, man,
man.
you got to remember, like,
okay. What about let me ask you this then. What about you got Amari Cooper that's gonna be available too?
Hell no. I would go DK
nah,
over
I'm just
Sam.
again, that's not
I'm
our
just
first
being
target
fat.
though. I'm saying
Hey,
this is
wait,
not
I would go DK over Amari. That's
hey,
just me
wait.
personally.
yeah, I would trade for
You,
DK.
go ahead.
I said I would
Hey,
trade for
Waves, I
DK.
was thinking, I was thinking if we miss out on Tech, how about we can get in the second round, get that Ohio State guy Ibuku.
Ibuka.
Oh, he
Yeah,
going in the
Nah,
first.
I ain't
He
taking no
gone.
more wide receivers in the second round, man.
but I
I, I
mean,
No.
mean,
I mean,
if I'm the
But he
Panthers, I'm just
going in
not
the
taking.
first round, bro. He ain't going the second.
well, he'll
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
But I'm
he'll be
saying
a
though, if
first
we
round
miss
pick.
out on Tech, he ain't gonna be as high as Ted is. If we
No,
miss
but
out on
he's definitely
Ted,
going in the first, bro. He going.
Yo,
but I'm saying, but
so
Brock Bowers
I'm
has
saying though,
a hundred
we
has a
I'm
hundred
so
and
mad we
ten
didn't take
fucking
Brock
recep.
Bowers, bro.
Bro, he
He
has
was
110
right
fucking
there for
catches.
us. He was right
so
there for
okay,
us
so
to
let me
take
ask
too.
y'all this then. So let's switch it up because we need edge too. If we can't get, let's say, because we got some edges coming up in free agency as well, to that we can sign and go after of.
who?
Um, so you got right now these. I'm looking at top free agents available for next year. At edge, you got Sweat,
Oh
Josh
yeah,
Sweat.
that's right. I forgot about him.
Yeah, you can sign
Eagles,
him.
right?
He coming up. You got the Malcolm Kuntz from Las Vegas, the Raiders. Kuntz. He's gonna be
I'll go him.
available. Let me see here. You got
Sweat is like the only one I'm
they got
seeing now.
Hassan Reddick. If you want to bring Reddick back, he gonna be available.
I don't know if he'll come back.
No, if we were if we all we needed was like a pass rusher, we had everything else, I would do it.
Oh, with Reddick.
But we're not there yet. I
Yeah,
think
Yeah, you got
yeah.
Khalil
I
Mack
think
too
next
coming up.
after. No,
Khalil get long in the tooth now.
I mean, if you could get those guys for like reasonable deals, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if they could be like, you know, maybe 2-year rentals or something like that for a low price,
Because
then
again, you want to. I mean, yeah, we
How
all
would
want to
you?
draft that, but guys, we also need. You know, we got to get hits on some guys in free agents. We
What
got to
about
get
Chase
some
Young? What
defense.
about Chase Young?
No,
Chase
no,
Young.
I mean, he did
no.
good this year, considering the
I
Saints.
wouldn't mind Chase Young. I mean, you know, we get it for the right price. He
he
can come in and
mid,
be a good
bro.
rotational piece too.
And he was only on what, a 1 million. He ain't gonna ask for. He ain't gonna try to break the bank.
Yeah, he
Now he
young.
ain't.
You know, still young.
Yeah.
If
So
Hassan
And,
Reddick wants a 3-year, $30 million deal, I would do it.
I
I
don't
would
know.
do it.
yeah.
Hassan is getting
But
up there now, ain't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
but I think he would flourish in this because he still was solid. It's just the Jets is dysfunctional.
Well, yeah, guys,
Like,
listen, we about to shut this shit down, man. Listen, I appreciate everybody pulling up. What's next for the channel waves now that the season is over with? Mock drafts, man. We're gonna do some live mock drafts. Y'all stay, you know, I'm trying to figure out what day, you know, that I want to get it done, man. But we're gonna do a couple live mock drafts. Talk about, you know, any kind of news that comes out. Again, we get into that slow part of the season for the Carolina Panthers, man. But man, just my season out, you know, my season, you know, overview or outlook, guys. This season was a step forward. You know, I really think that this season was a step forward, man. This was a season where, you know, we found out if we had a quarterback or not. We've answered that. And I think that that's probably the most important thing that you can bring out of this season is that you've answered that call, right? You've answered that you have a quarterback. I think what the season also answered for us was that you need a defense. You need a defense. Like you need a defense bad. And you need every position on the defense. There is no right now on the defensive side, you need everything. You
Yeah,
need
that's
safety,
true.
you need corners, you need linebackers, you need DNs, you need
you
everything
need
on
a
the defense
brother.
side. Like you need everything, you know. So I think any position that we add at via the draft or via free agency is needed because that side of the ball is just deplete with talent, right? So to me,
You need to do.
those are my two biggest. And then also, I want to say, man, and again, I've had respect for this dude all season, and I will continue to have him, man, because you got to think about the job that he did with what was going on, and that's our head coach, man, Dave Canales. I got to give him the most up respect, bro, because he came into a shit show. He came
Oh,
into basically a pile of diarrhea. That's what he came
And
into.
you being nice about it.
And you basically told him from that pile of liquid shit, you told him to build a statue, right? Out of a pile of liquid shit. And what for him, even though how bad we started the season, benching the quarterback, you know, having to answer questions week after week about who the quarterback was going to be and keeping that locker room motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep that locker room motivated, bro, to still come out there when you're sitting at 0 and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, when you're sitting at 1 and, you know what I'm saying, 9 or 1 and 8, whatever, wherever we were at, when you were sitting at those records, to keep that locker room motivated, bro, and to keep that team still practicing hard, coming out to compete hard, you know, coming out to play for Bryce Young even when he was struggling, but then come out and play for Andy Dalton, and then putting his faith back into Bryce Young and having him come out and play the way that he's played. bro, you got to give Dave Canales his credit. And then on top of that, pushing this team to 5 wins. And in theory, they probably should have won about 7 or 8 games. In reality, if we want to really be technical about it, they probably should have won more than that. But to do that, despite all of the circumstances he's been dealt this year, all of the injuries on the defensive side of the ball, let's not forget about that. All of your best player, Derrick Brown, after paying him all of that money, that motherfucker is, got hurt for the season. So having to deal with all of that and still pushing this team to 5 wins, I'm telling you, man, Canales has changed the culture here in Carolina. I think that this young group of team that we have believes in him. I think they believe in him. I think that they trust the message that he's trying to send. And also, I believe this too, that the locker room respects him as a fucking coach. They respect him as a coach. He's a player's coach. And they respect him. They want to go to war for him. And that shit is only going to continue to grow. So I'm telling you guys right now, this year was a big step forward, a huge step forward in where we are. We just have to continue this front office. Tepper needs to continue to do what he's been doing, staying out of the business.
Be quiet.
Shout out to our owner, David Tepper, for staying out the business all season. Shout out to him, man.
Exactly.
You didn't see David. You didn't hear no reports this season about David Tepper bringing somebody to his office. You didn't hear any reports about David Tepper or his wife Nicole being involved in any decision making. You didn't hear none of that shit this season. You even got to give him credit for trusting this regime and trusting the process. When sitting at 1-7, he could have got aggravated again and fired everybody again, knowing his history.
No, he did have a meeting with them though, and he did. But he's
well, that's every. Well,
but of course he was going to have a meeting. One meeting, but you didn't hear. Oh, I was going to meet with him every week. You didn't hear him, being in certain, positional meetings and shit like that. You didn't hear none of that. So what I'm saying to you, man, is that I felt like this season was a big step from the organization down to the coaching, down to the players. It was a big first step, but we still got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. This roster is nowhere near a complete project, so we got a lot of work to do. So that's where I'm at with it, man.
Well, Dave Tepper got one job that he need to fix is getting right with Cam, and then he'll be good in my book.
Well,
yeah, definitely got to make it right. I honestly, we should have a Cam day.
No, he don't. He's retired, dog.
But we ain't gonna jump on it, y'all. Y'all listen, we ain't even go jump on it, man, because we could go on and on about it. I think that Cam, he deserves. I think he will get his flowers. When the time does. The team will they'll make it right eventually. I don't know when it'll happen, but you'll see team like just like Derrick Rose was able to come back to Chicago, and what they did for him. I believe Cam will have his day and he'll get his name put in the Ring of Honor at the Panthers Stadium. It may not be now, it may not be next season, but Cam is going to get his just dues. It's going to happen. I don't know when it'll happen, but this organization will make it right because they'll start getting complaints by the fan base, and it'll happen eventually. I promise you. They made it right with Julius Peppers. They made it right with Pep. They made it right with Steve Smith,
and also
Steve.
They made it.
Yeah, and so I believe that they'll make it right again, man, and they'll give Cam his just dues when it's time. But listen, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up to the channel as always, man. Your boy Big fucking Wavez. We was on this motherfucker for 2 hours. 5-12 season, man. It was a hell of a year, guys. Talking after everything, man. Look, more content on the way. 2025, bigger, better, more everything, man. Y'all just continue to motherfucking support the channel. If you're new to it, subscribe. Like what you heard, man. Y'all make sure to support the channel as always. Hey, look, life is just a wave, man. Everybody be blessed. Appreciate the panel all season long. Big bruh, Christian, Carl D, Nigga Nation, Turk when he pulled up here, Omar pulling up here, Uncle Quan, Young Pharaoh, everybody that came up on the channel consistently throughout the season, man. Appreciate y'all, bro. We couldn't do these shows without y'all, man. Y'all make it entertaining it just as well. So thank everybody for what they did. And yeah, man, listen, we got mock draft is on the way. Mock drafts will be on the way. We will do a live mock draft and figure it out, man. Try to make some sense of this draft. What we gonna do? Any breaking news that come out, man, y'all make sure to stay tuned to the community section because I will post any breaking news that I hear, any stories that I hear. Luckily, we don't have to find any kind of coaching staff. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with Ijero once the season ends and they have all of their final season meetings and all of that, man. So we'll see what to come out of it, man. But everybody, thank y'all so much, man. I hope everybody have a blessed, safe 2025. Until I talk to y'all again, man, y'all be easy.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, people.
Yeah,
Happy New Year, everybody.